all right. Oh, well, Buddy was right because he got the 9 o'clock.
And we're streaming, and Buddy says it's showtime.
4419 kbits per second.
I was just saying to Kim, hey, it's time. And just as I said that, Buddy Carfana popped up. So, Raw Dog's still here? Raw Dog, you here? Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Raw Dog.
I said we'd be here Saturday night for your birthday, and we're here. Tom Anderson's here.
Streaming to you live from Clarksville, Tennessee. I'm Kim of Kim Fixes Things. I'm here with Buff Del Campo. You are on the Buff Del Campo channel.
Twisted
Welcome
Mopars
to
here.
a very special Saturday night live stream.
Got 3 people here, right?
We already got
9.
some friends here. Okay. Buddy Tom and Twisted, you each get 3 points for being on time. Crash Roadrunner Garage gets 2 points.
What's this?
You guys are on the ball.
And
Thanks for being here.
And we have no fear already.
Oh, Dougster also gets 2 points. Gearhead with 2 points.
I forgot to push one of the buttons up here. It's an important button.
Okay.
Okay, I got it pushed.
Twisted Mopar. Happy Father's Day to all the. Is tomorrow's Father's Day?
Tomorrow, unless you're down under like the people in New Zealand and Australia.
Okay.
It's already tomorrow.
That's not a oh, okay.
I don't know if they have Father's Day on the same day. I assume.
Dougster, potato to you. Tom Anderson wishes Raw Dog happy birthday. Says, hope you got a big birthday cake. Do you like birthday cake? What kind of birthday cake do you like? So that we can at least envision what you would like, Raw Dog, when he gets here. Lester LeSabre is here. Welcome to the stream.
Dougster's in a good mood. My 727 valve body is built. Shift kit installed.
Oh,
excellent.
That's awesome. I saw...
You have the first one, right?
I saw your short. You had your valve body, and you had used a Sharpie to Dykem all the surfaces so you could see. What did you use? What kind of surface did you use to make it flat? Did you have a marble table or something like that to sand on?
Carrot cake. I love carrot cake too. Man. Remember that time my sugar was going low and we were on a live stream and
I brought you like a triple layer carrot cake.
Piece of carrot cake. And I don't eat sugar, so when I got that was like the best thing I'd had, but I started feeling better because my sugar came back up to the normal level. Because usually get diabetic, it's the other direction. Sugar's too high, but yeah. Twisted says, I'll eat birthday cake every day.
Every day? That's a lot of birthday cake.
Buddy. I'm not going to read
it. That's normal. That's
normal.
That's about average, you know.
Colleen's here.
Everybody's a mother.
Good evening. I use a sheet of glass, specifically a Super Beetle side window. Are they flat? I guess the Super Beetle had a curved windshield, but they didn't have a curved side glass.
A sheet of glass. That's true. I hadn't thought of that. What did you lay it on? Did you lay a blanket on a table, then lay down the glass, then what? A sheet of sandpaper?
If I did that, you know what would happen?
That's dicey.
You know what would happen if I did that?
You'd scratch the glass?
I'd break the glass. Because glass just breaks when I'm around.
Or did you just do it on the side of the Volkswagen?
Oh, walked up to some random Volkswagen?
Well, they have a Volkswagen.
Just walked up to, there's a Super Beetle.
So I was sleeping today and did not put a video together. But as you can see, spoilers, the Zed Sled is back in the shop tonight.
Well, if they saw my short.
Well, not everybody saw the
They would
short.
have seen that.
So,
Yeah, I'm just
okay.
saying.
So if you didn't see the short,
but I didn't talk much about it. I just asked a question about a head gasket.
well, they kind of got a view on that short. Now,
But they knew it was a part because I had the head gasket in my hand.
It took longer than I thought. He was like, "We'll take it." I said, "That'll take about an hour." It took longer than an hour. How long do you think it took us to get the part? We did it. We did. You know what? We did it for the camera though, because we took the hood off, and you don't have to take the hood off.
You know what? We
It's
opened
so
the hood.
nice. It's so bright and open.
Dark brown car. You open up the hood. Of course, under the hood is dark brown as well. So the shop was lit up fairly well.
Colleen.
The shop's lit up fairly well, but I'm looking down in there. It's like looking into a dark hole. And I said to Kim, hold the hood rod for a second. I opened the hood like straight up. And I said, you know what? Let's just pull the hood off because then we can see what we're doing. Man, that brightened up the whole engine compartment.
Colleen, enjoy your night out. Don't let us stop you. We'll be here. I'll make a video. You won't miss much, hopefully.
And Dean Stevenson's here. He said it was great. What, the short? The short where I mentioned your name? I didn't know if you'd sue me or if you'd like it. I don't know. You mentioned my name in there.
I know. He's going to copyright claim.
You know, we did
pronunciation of his name.
3 takes or 4 takes that stupid video, that short.
I wanted it to be good.
And each time I'd get done, I'd go, I forgot something.
I don't like when you do haphazard.
And the last time,
do it again.
The last time I got everything in there I wanted, and I made sure I said Dean Stevenson's name because he's the guy that's encouraged me to do this. And after seeing all the comments, only one person that commented said that they said do it, but they always use a new head gasket. Man, I have never put a used head gasket back on, so I'm probably going to do it.
Oh,
I haven't cleaned it yet. Blue Grit's here.
Dougster said he has a workbench that has a carpet top. Okay. He laid glass on the bench. Well, that makes sense. Okay. And then spray adhesive sheet of sandpaper to it. And then flat sand, 180, 220, up to 400. Wow. Ooh, wow. That's like, way to go. That is diligent preparation there, Dougster.
It's a hand milling machine.
That's great. You know it's right when you take the time to do all that. And that is on his valve body for his 727?
Gearhead says, missed you both on Mexicans Live. Really? Once again, I don't know why I'm not getting it doesn't come up to me. I got to know it, and then I forget. You know, I don't know why it doesn't.
You don't put an alarm in your phone to
why it
remind
doesn't.
you.
Like a lot of stuff I watch, you know, I get a thumbnail on it, and I watch it, but I miss his.
Blue Grit is here. Welcome to the stream. They're working on Anna's 67 Ivy Menace. Are they calling it Ivy Menace? Anna's 67 Mustang?
Is Ivy Menace the car?
Well, thanks for being here. Good luck with the car. Look forward to seeing some more content about it. You know, make a short or a video about the progress, how things are going.
You know,
you don't got to be real scripted. Just be like, you know, this is the thing we're working on today.
I was talking to Kim about you two because I was watching John's live, and they were talking about, or maybe it was you that said Anna didn't want to drive the 6-cylinder because it's a manual transmission. She wants to drive her 67 Mustang because it's an automatic. And I'm looking there, it was 97 days. So today it's 96 days. And my comment to Kim was, I bet you can teach her to drive a manual transmission in 6 days because she's pretty sharp. She'll probably be good at it in 6 days. And then you still got 90 more days. So, but of course, the 351 might be more fun than the
well, that's their project to sort between now and No Name Nationals. That's a good project. I think that would be really cool.
I taught both my kids to drive manual transmissions. And one of them kind of likes them. The other one kind of doesn't. But he drove a manual for quite a while.
If I had a 67 Mustang with a 351 Windsor.
With an automatic, you'd want to drive it.
You wouldn't convince me to mess around with anything
The
else
manual
between
transmission is
now,
6-cylinder.
yeah, between now and No Name Nationals. So don't pretend, and you wouldn't want to do it either. So don't pretend like it's about,
And
all I need is a little excuse to work on the 67. Let me tell you.
Mrs. One-Eyed Cat's here. Good evening.
We were able to extract
Oh,
exactly one of the broken bolts. It took, what, 40 minutes? Maybe more,
40 minutes.
longer.
It took you 40 minutes to pick one piece out of there.
It was rough.
It
It
was
really fought us.
it was not easy. I thought it was going to be easier, but it was not.
No, they really don't want to come out of there.
I drilled with a number 30 drill bit. Well, we've got it on video, right? My explanation. We don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so I drilled it with a number 30 drill bit right down the center. Center punched at everything, so it was really in the center of that stud. Then I took my reverse wound drill bits and started stepping them up, just one at a time. Little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. I thought for sure those reverse drill bits at some point I'd grab and screw the thing out. But nope. It got down to pick, 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 and then running a tap through it. It was a hole that went all the way through, so Kim was running the tap through this way, and then back this way, and there's little pieces in there. She get in there with a pick and finally got it out. Got one good hole with threads.
Yeah, it has the original threads. They have been recovered.
And we didn't break a tap, which at one point she was putting a hurt on the tap
with a wrench this long.
Yeah, she's got a pretty good feel for it. Yeah, but
I've broken off taps before. I know they're brittle because there's high hardness, and these were not name brand ones, so I knew to go easy on it.
Bluegrass says, I can drive a tractor, but haven't figured out how to drive a manual Mustang yet. Oh, I bet that's Anna typing.
Oh, you could do it, but I'm not arguing. Yeah, heck yeah, bring the 67. Will it be able to be in the Triple Crown? That'll be a good Triple Crown car, wouldn't it? 351 Windsor. I don't remember the rules precisely.
Well, it's what 300.
It'd be fun.
It's 333 cubic inches, and as you go up from there, there's some penalties. So weight and stuff. I don't know.
Dougster strives to do it right. I believe it, Dougster. I believe it. You'll have good success. Wendy English is here, the Miss One-Eyed Cat. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. We're celebrating Raw Dog's birthday. I think Raw Dog stopped in and then hasn't been back yet.
He was here earlier, but I haven't seen him.
Maybe he's out having birthday fun.
Fell asleep.
Maybe. Doesn't matter. We're here to work in the shop. But we just wanted to make Raw Dog feel a little special because it is his birthday. So when he comes in, if he comes in, make sure everyone says happy birthday. Maybe even put a little cake emoji or something like that. And that'll make him feel like part of the group, which is always nice to do for people. Let's say,
Dean, why would you want to put a 351M in a Zephyr? I don't understand what the attraction of the M is unless you already have one. The M is a big, heavy engine, isn't it? When you can have 351 cubic inches in a much smaller package, I would think. Maybe that's all no, they have Cleveland's there. I don't know. You did.
Hippie Long is here. Welcome, Hippie Long. I'm surprised Hippie Long is not at some entertainment function event.
It's probably not time yet. Yeah, it's only a little after 7 out there, so he's probably getting ready for work or something.
Maybe be having like a No Kings concert tonight. It's the day for that.
Look, Jay's here. What it's like. Hey, welcome, Jay. Good to see you.
Welcome to the stream. Everybody's coming in to visit. Stop in to say hello. We appreciate you.
What it's like right now. You know what it's like here? It's like we got my car apart again.
It's a little bit humid out in the shop tonight. Is that just me?
Nah, it's a little humid. Last night we ran the AC for a while just to try to knock the humidity down, and she got tired of the noise.
The whole wall shakes from the air conditioning.
What's this buddy says? I put a 289 into a Z7. I've had 289s in the past.
That'd be good.
But it's been a long time.
What is
Yeah,
it, like a third more horsepower than a 6-cylinder? So,
depends on how you build it. 289 is like a 302, except its stroke's a little shorter. It's an 1/8 inch shorter stroke.
oh, then it'll spin.
Hippie Long says 351M is a 351 with 400 heads, but the deck height's taller. The deck height's like, isn't it? Davos here is supposed to be doing, not watching.
Well, you know what? Use us as entertainment. You've heard of parallel play? We're here talking, doing da 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 da. You don't need to see our dumb faces. Just put us on, set us on the shelf, turn the volume up as loud so you can hear it across the room, and do your thing and just be entertained a little bit while you're focusing on your thing, and the time will
This Hippie
fly.
Long. No work scheduled for a while. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Did you get a new,
Enjoy your time off, Hippie Long.
what do you call that thing? Avatar? It's a spark plug. I don't remember that before. Blue Grid. Dad likes 289s because they rev quicker. Oh, yeah, they
That
do.
would rev up, yeah.
My 289s did, but that was many, many years ago. I had 289s in a big full-size 64 Ford and then in some Mustangs, and then, I don't know. Those days were over.
Blue Grid, if you have any extra engines lying around that you just want to pass along for us to build for this year, for next year, let us know.
It would be pretty funny to have a 289 in a 1978 car.
Why they gave up the 289s
Well, in
much earlier than
Mexico,
that?
I don't know when they did. Even in Mexico, they continued them on into the early 70s. But yeah, they were in 68. The 302 came out, and I think just about everything. Hippie Long says 351 heads are wide and tall as well. Yeah, the one I like is like what Dallas did, the 351 Windsor with the Cleveland heads on it, and they call it a cleaver. And then he used stroker crank in it, so I don't know how many cubic inches. It's over 400 cubic inches. But it's I've asked him, why didn't you just use a Cleveland block? He goes, I got oiling problems. Okay. So I don't know. He winds that thing up pretty good. Or when he had the car's gone now. But now he's working on Buicks, solely on Buicks now.
Dougster drained his used torque converter, and the fluid is royal purple. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Well, he said that. I don't know. Is it B&M blue that's mixed with some red, or is it royal purple? It's purple transmission fluid. He bought a converter that, or maybe it came out of his. I don't know. But anyway.
I don't know, Dougster. I don't know what that means. Is that a good thing? Is that?
Dean says because it's the most beautiful engine ever, designed to fit a Fox from day one. Really? Because they were never in Fox bodies here. Well, wait a minute. The later model ones? I don't know. I don't think I ever saw an M or a 400 in a Fox from the factory. Wow.
Oh, that's okay. And he doesn't have to type anything.
He's under the car. That's good. Just, he's working on your car for you. Kim does that a lot for me. I'll sit in front of this thing and she'll be working away and I just let her. But last night, I was tired when I went home because I wasn't sitting in front of this thing. I was going after it with her. We had the head off probably in less than an hour. And we pulled the radiator and we had problems.
It was longer than an hour, but we really took our time and made, we had problems getting the radiator out because it was all strung together with those wires.
You know those things, if any of you've ever put like a transmission cooler on, they have they're like zip ties that stick through the radiator and they got little ends on them. Well, somebody put a transmission cooler on this car and they put it through the transmission cooler, through the air conditioning condenser, and then a space this big, and then through the radiator. So everything was attached together with those four things. And I just was going to pull the radiator out, get it out of the way so we have more room to work. I really wanted to get the shroud out of there. And we had to drain the cooling system anyway. But then we had these stupid ties hold the whole thing together. So I was holding it apart, and Kim had made some goofy tool with a piece of wood and a razor blade and cut those things. And then got the radiator out of the way. So anyway, that was one of those little hang-ups. And then everything else went real smooth. We had the head off in no time. So Dean, show us the note, then we will go easy on you. Oh, forget the thumbs
Colonel
up.
Clink?
Let's see, okay, I got to get caught up on the chat. Buff, not just a 289, a ripping 289 with dual quads, but runs smooth. Has a flat hood, yeah. And I don't want to cut holes in my hood. I mean, I've had cars like that before, and it looks cool, but like my Cougar with the cross ram and big old velocity stack sticking out of the hood. Yeah, I guess, when I was 20 something years old, that was cool. But I got to drive this thing in the rain, and the Cougar was a pain in the ass, really. It looked cool. It always get a crowd around it, but it was a pain in the ass to drive. Hippie long, no replacement for displacement. So 351 Windsor will always beat a 289 same space. I had a really good run in 351 Windsor.
Wow.
Really good run in 351 Windsor. It was just a stock 2-barrel, and I put it in my 64 Ford. Then I redid it, and man, it really came alive. That was a fun car, and it was a Windsor.
Yeah, you might have to put a cam in it or recurve the distributor, but you ought to be able to make it go.
Doug says it's clean and purple. Royal purple has ATF. Trick shift is dyed blue. Yeah, I was wondering if maybe it's trick shift mixed up with some Type F or something.
Case is 135 and it will take it all. Yikes!
What is this, Doug said?
Rebuild in a bottle.
I've heard trick shift is a lot like Type F, but I don't know. I'm not a chemist. I don't know. Oh, Buff, I vote reuse the metal head gasket. Yeah, I think I haven't cleaned it up yet, but I'm gonna spend some time, probably tonight or maybe tomorrow, cleaning it up, and then I'll make a decision then. But right now, what I can see, it looks okay. So I'll probably use it. One thing I don't like about these engines that I just never even thought of, because I don't think I've ever had one apart, is there's no what do you call those things? Dowel pins. So it's really hard to line the head up. But I think I'm going to take a couple of bolts, long ones of the same thread, lop the heads off of them, sharpen them a little bit, and screw one in at one end at the other end so I can slide the head down, and the head will end up lined up. Put a few bolts in it, and then screw those things out, and I'll use them for tools. Dean says 10.306. 10.091 inches tall, or 1.091 inches taller than most 351Cs. Okay, except for the GTHO and Boss 351, R and HO, which were two different block deck heights, recut lower at the factory. Oh, okay. Kevin Smith's here. Good evening. How you doing? Dougster says, me too. I vote reuse steel shim gasket. I'll bet UTG would say the same. Steve Edwards here. Good evening. How you doing? You know what, Steve? We're going to get this car back together. It is going to become a daily driver again. It was almost there, but it'll be there again. And then I'm going to, the next thing is set up the CB radio and everything. And then I'm going to put a CB radio in Kim's car, but it's probably just be a magnet mount on the roof and a cigarette light or something like that. So when we go to No Name Nationals, I guess the deal is there's a bunch of people doing that, and there'll be Channel 11 on CB radio coming into No Name Nationals. So that'd be kind of interesting. But I think we want them on the road. We get separated more than half mile or so. These little radios are good for quarter mile maybe, and we get separated by more than that. Then we got to get on the phone.
He likes to be connected.
And I, and the CB radio's a hobby thing anyway. So, yeah, Kevin Smith says just don't fold it. Yeah, don't fold the steel one in half. I guess when you bolt it down, it'll flatten it back out. Blue Grit. In 1968, when they went from 289 to 302, a lot of the 302s had 289 cranks, rods, and pistons. Really? Blocks were... See, I heard that in 68, there were a lot of cars that had 289s in them. But I never saw any, and maybe that's why I never saw them. They were came out faked as 302s. Huh. Hockey 97's here. Good evening. I need some. What is that? PTL. So my 999 transmission, the throttle linkage that connects to the carbs is loose. And when I accelerate, I didn't run. What is that, Kim? You're making me nervous. But if I I'm trying to read this, Kim, and I'm having trouble with it. Context the carbs is loose, and when I accelerate, I didn't run. Oh, it didn't run good.
Okay.
If I tighten it, the car throttle is super hard. It scrolled all the way up while I read that, so it's about ready to disappear.
We'll scroll up and get
Okay. Well, I'm hoping to get some input from you.
Well, I didn't hear it.
I know, because you're doing something else. Okay, Dean Stevenson, the Mexican Spec Falcon Maverick stayed 289. Oh, all the way to 78. I didn't know what year they did that. I knew it was into the 70s. How can I fix it? Yeah, we need some help here, Kim. But you're going to need to come here to read it. You're over there having an accident. I can hear the accident happening.
9999. So it's a set 904 transmission.
Okay, I'm going to scroll back up so you can see
Go
this. It says here hockey right here for my
my 904 transmission throttle linkage. The 999 is essentially a 904 transmission. So Mopar linkages. The throttle linkage that connects to the carb is loose, and when I accelerate, it didn't go. But if I tighten it, the car throttle is super hard.
I'm scrolling down because I'm missing everything.
I don't know. I feel like I need a photo of that.
Okay, I missed so much that scrolled up here.
Go on.
Oh, Danny Boyd's here. Hello. He's already scrolled past him, but I haven't seen him yet.
Go on the Allpar forums. Join the group that is appropriate. Like, so if you're an A body or a C body or a B body, whatever, join that group and post a picture of the linkage, what it looks like, and your problem. And you'll get all the answers. You'll get all the answers because those are people who know. That's who you ask. And if you give them a photograph, then they will absolutely be able to give you a suggestion of how to make it work. I just don't think we can do that with just a verbal. I don't think we can do it. Go back to the bottom.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Okay.
I know I'm like way behind in the chat.
I'm sorry.
Dean Stevens said 350M wasn't ever in the Fox, but both the 460 and 350M 400s fit with stock converted Bronco sumps and exhaust manifold. Oh, okay. Okay, I scrolled by. I missed a bunch of chat. I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm back to here. Blue Grit says, Danny Boy, my 68 convertible is original 289 C code 2-barrel 4-speed. Okay. I knew there were some, but I didn't know they were faked as 302s. Kevin Smith just got here. Welcome. I am way behind, so that's like I'm way behind. Yeah, this is rolling tonight. Let's see. It'd be long. You can find a modern roller Ford V8 for cheap in LS. Well, yeah, I keep saying I got this 350 Chevy over here that's a fresh engine. And I'm looking at this 6-cylinder cross member, and I know I could make mounts that'll fit on that where I won't have to modify the cross member. I think I can put the Chevy in it pretty easily, and I've done that kind of swap before, but I know a lot of people would be hating on me for putting a Chevy in it. But I wouldn't mess it up. I wouldn't change anything that wouldn't be easy to just unbolt it, put Ford in it again. The thing is, I don't have any Ford stuff in here. Well, I'm collecting some. I got a parts car out there. It's got a C4, so I got a C4 now. So, but I don't have any Ford engines other than the 6-cylinder. Tavo's trying to answer this question about the linkage. That's good. Dean Stevenson, no 10 modifications needed. Straight bolt in with stock Ford mounts. Okay. And I do have a cross member. I do have a V8 cross member now. You know, 4-cylinder V8 used the one. cross member, K member, whatever you call it. The 6s use the other one. I've got the 6 in this car, cross member in this car, and the parts car has a V8 one. So, you know I have the pieces and parts to put a small block in this. Yeah, I'd like to have a Windsor in this. 351 Windsor would be man, that'd be a nice engine for this car, but I just don't have all my Ford stuff. I used to have so much stuff, Ford stuff I'd collected over the years, but when I started moving all over the country and working on airplanes, I don't even know where it all went. Gave it away, threw it away. I don't know what I did with it. Any boy, 351Ms went into LTDs. Yeah, that's what, what's his name that was here? Kim, help me.
Why was he here?
He came here and drove your cars down the hill.
RC Industries.
RC Industries. He had that the first year I met him at No Name Nationals. He had a big LTD with a 351M. Mm-hmm. He called it the 351 under glass or something because it had a clear top on his air cleaner. That's pretty funny. Hockey, no, I'm not missing the spring. The throttle linkage that engages the transmission is loose, moves back and forth. The car runs bad. But if I tighten the bolt towards the linkage, it's difficult to accelerate. Dean Stevenson, Australian alloy head 6 in 3.E. What would an E be?
The linkage that engages the transmission.
3.3, 3.3 and 4.1 had dowel pins in the block from August 1980.
The linkage to the transmission is supposed to be loose.
All right, here's Transmission Man just stepped in. Mr. Cope, how you doing?
That's a very difficult explanation to give. I don't know that I can explain that in a way that's remotely comprehensible.
Hockey, can you cut and paste your original question in? Or type it back in again? Because John Cope's here. He might be able to answer that because he's a automatic transmission guy that's a Mopar guy. And he might just know that off the top of his head.
I'm telling you, without a photograph, it's going to be really tough.
Evan Smith, my 69 LTD had a 390 and one had a 302. Man, I had so many 390s back in the day. Bravo. So that spring is working correctly. Kickdown rod should move freely. With only the spring pulling it forward, you should be able to slide the rod back and forth easily.
Oh, that's a good explanation. Yeah, who said that?
That was Tavo. Of course Tavo knows that.
Tavo, you get 2 points. That's excellent.
He's got a...
That's so concise. I didn't know how to say it.
He's a Valiant guy. Except his on the wrong damn side of the car. Yeah, but he's right. He lives in a mirror image of the rest of the world. Well, so does Dean Stevenson, I guess. Dean, what the heck did I just write or watch that you did? I guess I made a comment. I watched, I don't know, I just started watching a whole bunch of Dean Stevenson's videos. I didn't comment on all of them, but I watched a bunch of them. You had all those little short videos of a bird. So I was looking at that bird. Josh Holman's here. Good evening.
Welcome in, John Cope.
Josh Holman and John Cope both here. Tim had to work in the garage cleaning. It rained hard with 1 inch clear hail. Ugh.
Oh man, 1 inch hail will break windows.
Because I'm never going. That's Tim. Tim 72 Zeman. He says I'm never going to get that motor in my truck. You know, he's been working on putting an engine in his truck since the end of last summer.
Since the fall, yeah.
Yeah, and then he's in Colorado, so it got the world froze. You know.
You'll get it. Suddenly you'll get there. You'll be all ready, and you'll be like, I can't believe it took me all this time to do that last.
And Hippie Long says kickdown linkage should appear kind of sloppy. That's what I remember. Yeah.
But the adjustment is critical. But it's sloppy until it starts touching.
And Olive's here. Good evening. Tom, the worst thing is it's been at least 25 years since I played with a torque flight. Oh, you got manual transmissions in all yours? Or they just been working so well you don't have to do anything with them? Dean, the Panther platform missed out on 351Ms. The Windsor 351 HO with 4 catalytic converters and variable Venturi 2-barrel was the 173 horsepower performance P72 option. Man, this guy's just like, he's like a brain full of specifications. Way more power than the 136 to 145 horsepower 351M. See, I've got a what do you call that thing? My dead brain can't pull anything up when I want to say it. Modular engine. It's got a 4.6 in it, but it doesn't feel like it has any power. But maybe that's just because it's in a van. I don't know. Kevin says hail sucks. Yep.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good size van.
Oh yeah, Dean Stevenson says checking oil on Mrs. Ecstasy's Suzuki. We got ads coming up, so I'm going to be quiet for about 10-15 seconds. Maybe the ads are over. Yeah, Dean, I didn't understand what the question was. I just was like kidding. I put in there from the comments, service? Like you're really going to service? So many people don't service anything. But you came back like it was serious. Like, what was it? A, B, or C, or C, or B, C, and D, or something. There were like 3 choices or something on the dipstick. I didn't really understand that. Because I'm kind of dense, I guess. I just filled till it's full. Something about Susie. Let's see. I never thought about it. Australian throttle cables are longer. It's a hippie long says. Dougster says on a Mopar when you see full throttle, so should the trans.
Correct.
Yeah, Kim's got hers working really well in her Dart.
It needs just a tiny bit of adjustment now.
He thinks it needs adjustment, but I think it shifts pretty nicely.
Now that the metering rod's correct, it shifts too quickly because I need to.
Too soon, or it
shifts too soon,
or downshifts too soon.
No,
which way is too soon? Oh, okay, it upshifts too soon.
Yeah, it's just too reactive because I have so much more power out of the engine now.
Tavo says haven't had a V8 since '98, and our 6-cylinder used the locally made Borg-Warner Auto. Oh, I'd heard that before. I didn't even think about that. You guys didn't have the torque flight on the 6-cylinders. Oh, that just seems so strange. What are you doing, Kim? She's turning. I'm
coming.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. We got to do this first. Rock Auto ad. Yes. Miller Welder ad. Yes. There's 2 points to each of you. Okay, I've got to walk away from this. So I know everybody's talking to me, but I got to walk away from this because we're actually working in the shop.
Chill down just a little. Just a little. Okay. I can even, you know what I can do?
Why do you have a washer there? Just the shield?
No. I can turn this on again. We'll get the Elgato camera and we'll show them what's going on.
Okay, so we're going to try to show everybody what we're doing because we actually have to do some work tonight while I'm over here chattering on this thing. So let's see if I can get the double screen. Oh, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Kim.
Hold on a second.
None of this works. Mom says I got that jobber thing again, whatever that is. No, it's just black screen.
Go to the screen that's got the side cam. There you go. Now click deact. Oh, there it is.
Click what?
Look, there we are. You don't.
I know, I understand. So you just want to leave it on that camera? You want to point it over toward what you're doing, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But we got it.
Dean Stevenson says, Ozito ad again. There's my back. Kim's adjusting everything, and then I'll go over there and point out what we've done and what we're going to do. Yeah, focus. Oh, that's like... Can you see the screen?
Yeah. There's
Not really focused. It was focused on that a second ago. Now it's... There, that's better. Okay, so now I'm going to walk over there.
All right. I took a file and I filed around the outside of this
Of the stuff that's stuck, okay?
so that it wouldn't be rusty, because it's rusty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I cleaned it off
So
as
it's
best
clean.
I could, right?
Okay.
I didn't clean this face, so it's rusty. It's basically insulated.
Okay, I understand.
Now, you can see I ground the zinc or whatever it is off that washer, so it's conductive. Now, if you set a nut over top of that and weld, you're going to weld to the top center of this.
But not to the washer.
Well, no.
What's the washer for? It's a shield or what? Just get to the point.
Pretend we don't use the washer.
Okay.
If we just stick a nut over there,
Yeah.
right, and we weld, we can only weld to the top center of this, which has the least amount of torque strength. And we're going to just twist the nut right back off.
I understand.
We put a washer on there, and we weld to the side. We're going to have a much stronger bond.
Up to the washer.
And then we stick a nut on there and weld it to the washer, and then we can spin the nut. But the nut is twisting with the washer, so it's got a much better contact surface.
I'll try it. Yeah, I don't know.
But it also goes through a couple heat cycles in the process. Now, one of the problems with welding on this is it's insulated from the head. The only way I can get a ground is to literally touch it with the ground.
Yeah, because you got rust in there.
Because there's more rust, so I need to start with something like this.
So this is my job.
That makes sense, though, right?
Sounds reasonable to me.
Okay.
I'm
looking at the problem in a way like, how do we actually make this work?
I'm gonna grab my gloves.
Yeah. I mean, we know what you need to do to sort of make it work. But this is advanced, people. We need to really get the best possible outcome here.
We are advanced.
Well, we already busted them off. We didn't not twist on them. They didn't just break. We twisted the crud out of them before they broke. We need every possible.
Okay, you have a nut to put on there.
I do. This can work. But the nut goes on after. First, you got to get contact to the...
Okay, I just want to make sure you got all the stuff ready, so we're not searching for parts partway through the job.
Mm-hmm. I got my... Is it a hood or a helmet?
It's a hood. I know everybody calls it a helmet. Helmet, I don't know, I guess you could call it a helmet, but it was a hood. It was a hood forever, and all of a sudden it's a helmet.
Magic helmet.
Wear that in a drag strip and see if they let you run.
Magic helmet.
Okay, I'm going to have to close my eyes.
You are going to have to close your eyes and look away.
Okay, I'm ready.
Gotta get another angle on it.
Now I'm over here. That's here.
Touchy. Okay, I got too much wire here.
Just fold it over. Or cut it off. Where's your gloves?
I ain't got them.
Welding with no gloves.
Ain't got no gloves.
be where you are.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Great. Thank you for this.
Hold it, I'm not ready.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm ready now.
Working really good. Got some penetration there.
Sure do.
All right, that was the plan.
So what's your plan now? To make the nut so it fits there better, or are you just gonna put the nut on?
I'm just gonna put a nut on there so we can get the twist.
Just don't know how you put the nut on. Shit.
Well, it doesn't. Do you want me to grind it?
No. Just
I just want to be able
leave
to
all
grab
of
it.
it. Let's leave all of the material we've got.
I mean, I could just grab the washer with pliers, but
No, that's not good. Okay, now the problem you're gonna have is keeping that nut from moving. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
you're right.
Yeah, that nut went all over the place.
All right, go check on chat. Let me square it up here. See what I need to do. Because I just messed it up.
Yeah, I knew I could see that coming.
Yes, you could.
I told her the nut was gonna move, and it did. Sounds like bacon frying. Yep, she's got really good at that. When Kim came here, all she uses flux core, and I got her talked into
You can change.
the camera.
Yeah.
I got her talked into using the MIG. What the heck? That's not. Trying to move some cameras around here so they work. Okay, so she started using the MIG, and she's having a little trouble getting the feel of it, and within a couple of weeks, she's making nice MIG welds. So now she doesn't even like the flux core. She likes to use the MIG machine. Yeah, it's gas, Kevin. Don't need no stinking gloves. Yeah. Idea is to keep it hot. Kevin says the ground will go through rust. Yeah, but that'll also help weld it. I don't want to weld in there. I've done that before. Ground it to something that isn't real good like that. And then I've made a little spot weld in there where what I'm using for a ground. Where's my cursor? Oh, there it is. Flux core is good. Flux core is great outside, or you go somewhere where you don't want to be hauling a bottle around with you. And there's a lot of good reasons for using flux core. But if you're in a shop and you got a MIG machine, man, I mean, the MIG machine's pretty nice. Tell me when you're ready.
Considerably better. I haven't got it yet.
Okay.
I gotta get, like you said, it's got to be a flat surface.
Dean says D7BE6051 D1A is the code number on my 81 Mustang's original.
Noise for a second here.
Blue Grid. I want that question to go out to everybody because that's something I don't know anything about. So maybe somebody will know that. Kevin's well won't stick to cast usually. Yeah, you're probably right. But I'm gonna ground it somewhere else. I'm gonna ground it not through that dirty old head.
Okay. I can grab the washer with the.
Okay, you ready for me?
Well, I don't need you now.
You don't need me now.
No,
I'm no longer needed.
Whoop. Maybe I need you.
It'd be pretty easy for me to just walk over there and do that. Here I come, Kim.
Okay.
What's the difference between might TIG welding or MIG and TIG. TIG, you're using TIG is like a torch, using a tungsten. It's tungsten inert gas, and you're using the tungsten as your torch. There's a little arc there, and then you're using and there's gas that surrounds it. There's a little gas lens, and then and you're using a rod for your filler. A MIG is wire that comes down, and the wire has is the electrode. So so you're using up the electrode.
Okay, so you switched over to the other thing. That's good.
Okay, I'm gonna. I can't hold down.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Is hold down.
You're gonna weld on the outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna just tack
it on the outside. Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Okay. So, magic helmet on there.
Okay, eyes are closed.
Yeah. Should be able to get it the rest of the way without.
Yeah, without the hammer. I don't want my hammer in that box. It'll be okay. I've had this hammer since the 70s, I think. This is one of my favorite little hammers. Had it for a long, long time.
Okay, don't look at them in the rest.
Okay, I'm gonna walk away so I don't stare at the welder. See here. Yeah, Kevin. You know how many times I said that last night? Aren't you happy we didn't do this on the car? Can somebody answer Blue Good's questions? I do not know enough about those transmissions. I don't know enough about them to answer those two questions. Yeah, do it 6 more times. Well, see, this stud is sticking out a little bit. That's why we're welding a nut to it. The others are flush. So the others are going to get a center punch mark, and I'm going to drill because there's nothing to weld to. Oh, Dougster had said something. Dougster. It's like a Mopar on Blue Grit. It will burn up the trans. Which he needs to know what the engine's do. Yeah, see, and I don't know anything about the AOD. Kevin Smith, should I wear a helmet too? And I remember the first time I was watching TV with what's their Orange County Choppers. They start welding, and I'm covering up my eyes, you know. And I'm thinking, what am I doing? It's on TV.
How is that?
Oh, there you go. Does everybody see Kim's work there? Okay, so now you got to let it. Of course, now we can't get any juice in there, but.
Oh, I had lots of juice in there before, but yeah, you're right.
Okay, so do you want to weld do you want to weld inside that nut too?
No.
Why
you know
not?
Why?
Why?
The outside is infinitely more stronger than the inside, and we already welded.
What I'm thinking is, if you weld the inside.
Yeah.
And then let it sit for a couple minutes. It's a bunch of heat going in there, which is going to expand the stud, but it'll shrink further than it expands.
I mean, there's a lot of heat in there.
Okay.
I welded all the way around the bolt the first time. You want to do it again? I'm going to give it a minute to turn
Kevin Smith says turn while it's hot. Yeah, but we've swelled up the stud. That's my thought. I was thinking you want it to cool down a little bit because it'll shrink more than it swells. Because once you get it red, it always shrinks more than it swelled up. So, I don't know.
Maybe I'll hit it. Let's see if it does anything.
I'll help you with this because I know that if you start turning that head's going to spin around. So I'll help you hold this. Back on a little big hand.
Just give it a little hammery.
Well, you get that.
Did you see it move? I saw something happen.
Oh, it did move. going back and forth like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, hook another wrench on it.
Okay.
Yeah, back it up.
I hope it's not.
Because it's starting to bend. It's starting to bend. Well, you know, we may not be turning the bolt. We may be twisting it off.
I know.
Yeah, I keep going back and forth. Does it feel like it's loosening?
It does. Either it's just about to break, or it's actually moving.
Yeah, I don't think it's twisting. Okay. It's ridiculous as this sounds. Think if I put any oil in there or get there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's tip the.
Oh wait, it's about to do whatever it's gonna do.
Yeah, twist it off. Okay. So now you grind it flat.
Son of a bitch! Don't touch it, it's fine.
Yeah, don't even grind it flat. I'll put a center punch.
There you go, there's your failure.
I'll put a center punch mark right in the middle of it.
Bam!
Now we know why it looked like it was moving. It was breaking.
I would like to let the record show the weld held, the bolt broke again. The bolt just broke
Dean Stevenson
a millimeter
says,
or two
it's
further down.
FMX with a complicated top gear and OD control.
Oh, why is
Italo says, "Son of a sitch." Oh, I moved it over because we had split screen and I was not on the screen.
Okay.
So,
I get it.
yeah, Tavo, you're right. It broke.
Anybody want this? I'll mail it to you.
Got
Sorry,
a weld center.
No worldwide shipping, just United States. If anybody wants this as a souvenir, send a message to buffdelcampo@gmail.com.
I'm not sending that around the world.
No, but I'll put it in an envelope and send it to somebody if you want to see it.
You receive an envelope with a hole punched in it. Okay, so no, we're not going to weld that on there. I'm going to drill it. We just got to let it cool. So you know what we'll do, Kim? We'll do one of the other ones first, rather than the one that's hot, because I don't want to be drilling. I'll ruin my drills drilling a hot one. So,
Which one do you want to do? I'll go talk to Chad. Do you want to punch
go
it?
talk to Chad.
Center punch it?
I'll
Get
work on
started?
it. Can you get all this debris out of here, like welding
The
machines?
Deborah? Yeah. You think this is cool enough that I can shut it off? It's already
Yeah,
been
yeah, you
3
didn't
minutes or something.
just do it a little spot welds.
Oh, I would say it's pretty hard for a minute.
Okay.
Gas is off.
Gas is up.
Clean up the things. Do you want to be on camera while you're getting things set?
Go ahead and take care of the shaft, because nobody's taking care of the shaft. I don't know. Yeah, you can leave the camera just point at it so everybody can make fun of me. My shakiness.
Let me see what I got as far as.
I'm gonna go for this one next. This one right here. What can they see? Well, they can't see shit because I don't have the right camera. I'm sorry, got the wrong selection over here. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Is it focused?
Well, it was. You unfocused it.
Okay. Does it got to go closer or further?
I don't know. There, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Okay. All right, people. I see what you're saying. You have to turn
Yeah,
it this
right.
way.
You gotta turn it.
Turn it this way. All right. Let's see.
Now you can see my shakiness. My left hand shakiness. That's really annoying. There's still debris on this table.
Oh, there was wrenches from last
Yeah, I
night.
want this. You know, as soon as I smack something with a hammer, the tools fall.
Yeah, the rest are all gonna have to be drill out. It's no one wants a crusty nut. I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
Yeah, you want to
Hippie Long owns 2 AOD transmissions. I have an AOD transmission in my van. I don't know what's in his. Probably an AOD, right?
I don't know. Mine's an 04, yours is a 99.
Dougster loves his spring-loaded center punch. Used it yesterday. Nice.
I have one of those.
Tom Anderson says there's people on YouTube that sell used bath water.
That sell what?
Someone probably wants Kim's rusty nut. Right? I can't even sell, you know, I don't know. Probably against the YouTube terms of service anyways. Maybe we shouldn't test those things. It wasn't for sale. It was a giveaway. You know.
At least it said anything.
Yeah, that's been a problem.
I don't want that dripping in my engine.
Okay. Yeah, you're using the table as a table.
Tables are a mess.
Yep. The AOD has basic C6 and FMX parts, but the additional lockup clutch and the overdrive lockup shaft requires mandatory TV cable. Okay. Thanks, Dean. That makes sense. That's what I would come to expect from a modern transmission. Till you get to the electronic ones, and then they're everything, throttle position sensor and all that. And then you need a computer.
Once you get to all that, you need an automatic. No, you need a manual transmission.
See, it got quiet. You walked away, and now they don't want to talk to you.
They don't want to talk to you.
Nope. Nope, they don't know what to say.
They're mad at me. They want me to weld another nut or do it their way.
See, I don't think center welding a nut on there is going to give it enough twist. They're really in there.
I think we
like it's not just floating in there; it's really in there. They are. Yeah, I know. There's crazy stuff going on the internet, and I joke, but we really are not, about that or like that very much. It's fun to joke though. It's a little scary sometimes. You're like, really? Really? You're sending that woman money for that? They just want to see her in the back.
Come on.
Kevin Smith had nothing but problems with his 2-speed FMX on a 65 LTD.
Really? Oh, 2-speed?
But it was old. It was on a 65. Was it a new car when you had problems, or is it just very old at that point?
I had an FMX from a 69 Ranchero, I guess. And that thing performed flawlessly for a long time.
Tom Anderson's making cookies. Who wants cookies? Tom's baking. Thanks for hanging out with us, Tom.
Who left?
He didn't leave. He's just baking cookies, so he probably is a bit too busy to get some stuff done, people. It's okay. Sometimes I walk away from the computer, turn it way up so I can hear it across the house, or you can take your phone and just sort of, you don't have to watch us. This is not interesting. It's not terribly interesting. You can see what we're doing, but it's not like so compelling that you can't look away. He's drilling a hole in a bolt that's stuck in a cylinder head. It's kind of miserable. Dougster says he added a 71 up part throttle kick down module to his 6667 VB. I don't know what a VB is, but he says it's just a bolt-on part, and it's awesome.
Okay, everyone. This is a reverse wound drill bit. So I'm going to turn it backwards. So if it catches, and I'm lucky, maybe that will screw out. But if it's anything like last night's,
Last night we just.
oh, it's 2 hours of screwing around with something. We got it. That was this one over here. Can you see my finger?
Just barely. Do you need it over there?
No, that one right there.
Oh, yeah, they
that
can
one
see.
right there is perfect now. But it was a lot of work.
Well,
A lot of work to make it perfect.
I don't know if I would say perfect,
I see that
but it's got
already.
threads.
That caught it.
Okay.
That's the one thing that's bad about reverse wound drill bits. They tend to loosen up the chucks. But
Tom Anderson says this is better than anything on television. Well, it's not scripted, you know? I really thought that was coming out. Tom's making snickerdoodles. Oh, Dubster says VB is valve body. His 67 valve body with a part throttle kickdown module into a 71. Okay.
Raw Dog's not here yet?
No, he didn't come in. He must have had plans tonight. At least he said hello.
This is one I can't. I'm making lasagna for tomorrow. How long will it take to get up to her house?
I
Can
don't
we be
know.
there by tomorrow? Nah, we're not going to go eat your lasagna.
If we leave right now, we can have lasagna tomorrow.
She didn't invite us, but I'd go up there and just eat it.
If we showed up, she would have to give us lasagna.
She can have my diabetic.
There are rules. If somebody drives 14 hours to come and visit you to try your lasagna, you have to make sure they have it. Retired Inspector Bruce is here. Welcome to the stream. And Bruce has been watching since we started, but finally got into the chat by switching internet browsers. I'm sorry that you're having problems with your internet browser.
Which browser didn't work?
I don't know, but it's been giving Bruce grief. Is anybody else having that kind of problem still with their browser? You might need to upgrade.
That's how mine.
Kevin Smith asked, what happens when the bit breaks? The Dremel tool comes out, and I have to get real fancy, and it takes a long time.
What?
When the bit breaks.
Oh. Bit breaks, you throw the head away. Start over.
I mean, we could live without, we could probably still install it and have pretty good function is if most of them are good. We could probably have two that never get recovered and still be okay. Right? Two? If we can get two out of the next four, we'll run it. But kind of like to have them all. We were trying to fix the exhaust leak, not make a better one. Oh, making two to put one in the freezer. That's smart. Tom is making chocolate chip cookies. And then he's going to make an Italian cream cake. Wow, you guys are making me hungry. Dean Stevenson just posted a short for Blue Grit. Kevin, I don't know if you can throw up a link to that, but if you can, please do. To Dean Stevenson's link for Blue Grit. Check that out and then come back if you can click around easy. Tom Anderson got a Miller welder commercial. Well, we were welding, so that makes sense.
What happened? We're talking about welders, so you got a welding commercial?
Yeah, you get 2 points. Hippie Long made carrot cupcakes yesterday. That sounds delicious.
I'm taking off my sweatshirt. I'm getting hot.
Okay. You can't do that on stream because it's not that kind of a
I'm just
stream.
doing it where I can do it.
Josh Human says, television is so bad these days that watching the neighbor's dog go to the bathroom on your lawn is more... Wow. That is a scathing review of modern television.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
Tavo says, get an arc welder out with cast iron rods and weld the manifold to the head. I don't think that that's necessary.
Okay, next.
I have not watched a TV in years. I watched a movie I can't even imagine. It's been a long time. There's just nothing that really is compelling to me We watched some stuff on Amazon Prime kind of shows. I don't think that's considered TV. I don't know. I think there probably is some entertaining stuff on TV. I don't know. There's stuff that I like better. Dougster makes 100-layer lasagna in a soup pot on the stove top. Nice. Oh, Bruce is barbecuing tri-tip tomorrow. Oh, Bucktail Campo
Tri-tip
loves some tri-tip.
California thing. But you know what? You can finally get tri-tip in Tennessee. And I get it. My son cooks it. It comes out so good. He puts it in a smoker. But you know, years and years, I'd ask about tri-tip. Nobody even knew what I was talking about. Okay, I'll be back.
Kevin says, I'm not as talented as Mexican Spec. I don't know all that fancy stuff. Well, you can practice, Kevin Smith, but it's fine. You don't have to. We would put up links, but we don't have that power yet. But Kevin, keep your eyes open, and someday you'll be like, oh, this is how it works. It's a growth opportunity. Blue Grit says, oh, Anna says that Dad's making transmission cooler lines. Anna, don't give it away. Buff, don't give it away. Who knows Anna's father's name? He is Blue Grit Garage. Who knows his first name? I'll award points if you know.
Drill is slipping. That drill catches is supposed to unscrew the bolt, not jam up in the...
Kevin Smith suggests that you set the clutch. What's the clutch set to on that drill?
Why do I want to... It's as tight as it goes. Why do I want to change the clutch set?
So it doesn't break the drill bit.
Oh, I want it to catch and then unscrew the bolt.
Yeah, but if it starts clicking, you know that it's catching.
Yeah, then it's not doing anything. I already had it clicking and made it tighter. Backwards.
Danny Boyd says, once I got internet 21 years ago, my TV has sat unwatched. Yeah, we converted all the TVs to computer monitors so we can watch internet. It's more fun to be part of the community and chat with people and make friends and see what other people are doing. TV's all scripted. This is kind of real.
Problem here is not breaking the drill bit. It's because it's a reverse drill bit. It tends to skid in the chuck, and the chuck loosens because it's reverse.
I'm sorry if I'm missing any chats. You guys have been very, very chatty tonight, which is very good. We like that.
Oh. Tim, can you come up here and look at this for a minute? I value your opinion.
All right. TV ain't any kind of... No, they're stuffing stuff down your throat at... What's the question? Wow, that's very nice.
Okay, what I'm thinking about doing is sticking a torch down in there. Or maybe sticking the torch here and here, heating the shit out of it, and then, do we have any easy outs that you could stick in there? I don't know if you have easy outs. I tend to not buy easy outs. I don't know if I have it. I think I don't.
Okay, so I own easy outs?
Yeah. But if I heat the snot out of that, there's not a lot left,
No. And don't mess it up because I could potentially...
Now, the other thing I can do is get a drill that's going the right direction and drill it for a 3/8/16 thread and just rethread it, Yeah, I could do that. That might be the smarter thing to do. And you know where I left that number drill set? In the house. Here they are, Kim.
Easy outs.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking for them, but they're here.
Are they in a little red pack?
They're in a little red pack.
Oh, you know what? I found them. There's one missing from that set. No, it's a whole set. I found them in my stuff, and I figured, well, I better put them where we can find them when we need them.
That acetylene torch of yours
Yeah,
was over there. I don't know where it is now.
that's too big.
Yeah, it's way too big.
This one's kind of small. I need an intermediate size.
I'm thinking the thing to do now. Let's not do that. I'm going to drill it with a correct direction drill. You know, right hand spinning drill to the correct size for thread for 3/8/16, and then just run a tap down through it.
Okay, hold on.
I think that's the smart thing to do.
My suggestion.
Because I absolutely do not want an easy out broken off it.
Yeah, well, this is easy out isn't going to work on this.
Okay, so let's just do it the way.
But hold on a second. Hold on just a second.
Where's my stupid chart? Not here.
My suggestion.
Dang. You know anything about SAE? What size drill am I supposed to drill with for a 3/8/16 thread?
My suggestion.
Yeah.
Leave that right where it is. Go on to the next.
No, I want to get this done. I'm tired. I'm in it. I want to get done. Sorry.
I want to see what kind of success we have with these other ones before we bung that one up.
We're not going to bung it up. Let's see what Dean says. I don't have my chart here. It's all my stuff's down in the house, of course. See, just turn the video. Turn the video. Sir, what you should have on top of a Greek buff. Do it old school. Yeah, thanks for the offer. Yeah. Josh. Secret machine, something downstream. Doug Sturt, no down Sturt. Damn. Kevin Smith, 5/16 bit for 3. That seems kind of. Is that right? Well, that's 2 of them are saying that, so that's what I'll do. Use a 5/16. Kim, please leave it alone.
Okay. I'm leaving it alone. I'm walking away because otherwise I will cut it. I got to
5/16 is pretty easy.
Okay.
I thought it was a slightly bigger than that. I thought it was a numbered drill bit that's slightly bigger than that, but I probably am wrong. This is a stupid thing. They wrote in orange on an orange case. Why do they put orange printing on an orange case? Does that make any sense at all? Nobody can read that.
Tim Hunkin of The Secret Life of Machines tried to demonstrate one of those easy outs and promptly snapped it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you got a problem. I've been there before, and I don't ever want to be there again. And I've got a giant pilot hole right now. This will drill out quickly. I don't know. Can everybody see that hole? No, they can't really see the hole. I feel.
It's a good hole.
It's dead center in the old stud.
Yeah, it's right. It's in the correct place. I mean, there's no question about that. And if you drill it up too big, what's going to happen is you won't be able to. You know what will happen? You'll put threads in there, and then you'll put the stud in, and then when you move the stud, it'll back the other threads right out. Andrew Button wants us to.
Huh?
Andrew Button wants us to do it with build tubular headers for it. We had
I've got
tubular headers
for it, but I don't really.
but we'd have to put a new exhaust
Then
system
I have
on
to
the
put a new
car.
exhaust system in. And I'm at the point where I want to drive my car. We bought it in November. This is June. I want to drive my car. You know? Man.
Danny Boyd says if lasagna was heroin, he'd be knocking over gas station for cash. Let's see.
Okay. I'm going to try to reverse drill it. with the 5/16.
Greek lasagna. Do they put sausage in it? Do you guys put sausage in your lasagna? Does anybody not put sausage in lasagna? Perhaps if they made easy outs here again. Easy outs are, I don't know. The metal is hardened. It's very brittle. Pablo says it might back out with 5/16 threads. These things are very persistent. Hippie Long has broken 2/3 of all easy outs I ever used. By the time you get to trying to use an easy out, it's very late in the game. The successful use of an easy out is a rumor. Nobody's actually seen it happen, but we know that it may have happened.
I think that they named it the wrong name.
Yeah, they couldn't name it what it really was because...
Which is a difficult, broken off, hardened piece of metal. Nobody can get out.
Because if they called it a mistake to try and use, no one would buy them. It is, Andrew, it is not the universe telling us to use canted heads from a Boss or Cleveland inline and furnace weld them to the Ford inline. No, it's not. The universe is not telling us that. But thank you for your input. If you'd like to do it,
There's a chunk of it came out, wound out back.
right, they tend to expand the bolt as they screw in. So you're actually making it tighter. And now it's gonna bind in there. And you're gonna turn, and you're gonna turn, and you're gonna a little harder, and it's gonna snap off. And then you're gonna have a hole with a piece of hardened steel jammed in it. We did use reverse drill bits, and they're not coming out because they're really in there.
Stop.
Could you use a helicoil? Yes. We could. We could drill it out one size big, thread it, and then helicoil it down. We have options like that, yes. As long as you, that's why he doesn't want to bung up the hole with an easy out, because he wants to have the option to use a helicoil. Right now he's talking about just threading it one size smaller.
Well, drill it to the correct size and thread it. Yeah. And the other thing is have Dean send me one of those crossflow heads. Which then I'll have to have new size. Why did that happen? That went through.
Did it go through to the bottom of the hole instead of the end of the bolt?
I'm sizing up again because I think I reached the bottom of the pilot hole.
Hippie Long says, drill through, you create the bolt being a shell. If you heat it and quickly cool it, then you use the easy out. Well, someday we'll try. Not on this one. Kevin Smith likes his drill, Doctor. He says it's amazing. There he is. All right. Raw Dog has arrived.
Raw Dog!
It's his
Happy
23rd birthday. Welcome to the stream. We were
Hey,
talking about
hey, you know what? You got... Oh, I can see it, sort of. You're going to have to move the camera a little bit. This is a happy birthday for Raw Dog.
Let's see if we can get it. Oh,
You're
no.
messing with cameras. Just move it a little. There, okay. You don't have to move it that far, but there you go. See, you got the Studebaker lights. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rod.
But now I got to get back to drilling.
We're working. Everybody, okay. We told everybody, we asked earlier
Now you can put your camera
What
back.
kind of birthday cake is your favorite, Raw Dog?
Oh, it's getting in the. Oh, tighten that chuck up.
It is incredibly stressful when you get to easy out. When you get to where easy out is the
It's something.
Watch Wes work tried out one of those drill doctors and didn't care for it. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't owned one, so I shouldn't even comment.
Will a drill doctor do a split point? I don't think it will. But it may.
Hippie Long has clothes older than Raw Dog. Yeah, that makes sense. Me too. Raw Dog likes marble cake. He's bi-flavorable. He likes multiple. He likes a little of this and a little of that. He goes both ways with it. Raw Dog had ribs, mac and cheese, and cake with buttercream frosting. Wow, that is great. Oh, ribs that his mom's boyfriend made on the smoker. Oh, you must have been a good kid this year, because they decided to. Kevin Smith said he didn't follow the drill doctor instructions properly, and it does split points perfectly.
Oh, well, that
Well,
I'd
all
like.
right.
That I'd like.
Okay. So it can. Drill bits better than new. All right. Well, there you go. You guys got a glowing endorsement for a drill doctor from Kevin Smith, our moderator. He says if you follow the directions, it does a good job. Danny Boyd says he had a salad, but he's still over 150 pounds. I'm 170 pounds, Danny Boyd. You're a little person.
Honestly, just stopped cutting. Why did it stop cutting?
Raw Dog said the sad part is he's always cooking on the smoker. Oh, smoker people are a special breed. They like if you are going all that way to get a smoker, you're gonna smoke everything. Was it good? No complaints if it was good. Kevin says that drill bit thing takes practice, just like anything else. Yeah, that's true. The first time using it, you might not do a very good job. Danny Boyd says, yes, he's little.
How tall is Danny Boyd? Is that a question I'm supposed to ask?
I don't think there's anything wrong with asking. He thinks he's fat. He's 160.
Well, I'm more than that. I'm about 187 or something.
Dougster's Wolverine Garage says, I'm an elephant compared to 155 pounds. Dougster, you're a big man. You're a big man. But it takes a big man to do big things. You're the king. You are the king of valve bodies. Dean Stevenson really loves the AOD transmission. I'm pleased with the one that's in my van. It is a 200,000 miles, and it is still going. I can tow with it. It never gives me any trouble. It was leaking when I got the van, and somebody drove it around with a leaky transmission and they must have run it out of transmission fluid over and over again. So you would think, oh, it's burned up and ruined. But no, I fixed the leak. I had to replace the tail shaft housing to fix the leak. Build it back up with fluid. Worked. For years. I mean, I've been using it for years, and it survived that. That's punishment, running a automatic transmission out of fluid. Tavo says he's at 220 and needs to drop a lot. I am not here to judge anybody's weight. I am the weight that I am because that is the weight that I am. It doesn't matter how much or how little I eat. This is the weight that I am. So it's not like I can tell somebody, you need to lose weight. If I had to lose weight, I absolutely couldn't. If somebody said, Kim, the weight that you are right now is too much. You need to lose weight. I'd be like, I can't. If somebody said, Kim, the weight that you are now, you have to gain weight. I couldn't. I just am this weight. So people who are bigger, hey, it's tough. People who are smaller, good or not good. I don't know. Bucto Campo, he was 100 pounds heavier at one time, and he manages his weight by what he eats. I'm proud of him. He's very self-conscious about his weight because he was heavier before and now not so much, but I just am not one of those people. I have no right to judge anybody because I don't really know how difficult it is because I just, this is the weight that I am. Kevin Smith is
Kim,
190. Yeah.
you're stronger than me.
Okay.
I can't get this bit out of here. I can't get the chuck undone. See, look at that. You already did it. How'd you do that? I've been struggling. You like one twist.
You
got it out.
have had grip strength problems since that accident.
Yeah. I know. Well, it got better when I was doing the, whatever that's called, physical therapy.
Dougster says dynamite comes in small packages. Do not try and send dynamite through the mail, Dougster.
Don't even say that online.
Yeah,
on the door.
He didn't mean it that way. Tavo, yeah, he already loosened it. He just was. He gets frustrated, flustered sometimes when he's trying to get stuff done. Kim opened these jars for me. Sometimes that's the way it is. I have grips.
I'm about ready to run a drill down the bead of weld down the edge of this drill so it stops spinning in the chuck.
Hippie Long says he keeps shrinking since age 60. You know what? That's been a problem with people in my family. When they get old, they get waist gain, where they just start losing weight. So.
Oh, when you did that, you loosened the clutch up.
I didn't realize I did.
That's what happened. Okay.
Just Mopar Joe and Bigfoots are at the end of the scale like Andre the Giant. Yeah, it's not like if somebody told you, you have to grow taller, please. Why aren't you growing taller? Like, you have no control. Now, if you're eating wrong, if you're eating too much, you are. I don't have to tell you. Olive used the rubber strap wrench. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to accept it. Like I struggle with jars. Maybe I should have a wrench around. He has a pair of pliers, so in case he hasn't having a problem with the jar in the kitchen.
Big old pair of channel locks in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, if he needs it. It's just like dynamite, says Dean Stevens. Tavo says I'm not wide, I'm just short for my weight. Buddy likes his old drill with the chuck key. Those ones are quicker though.
Yeah, look at the drill press. It's got really nice.
It does. It has a nice chuck on it. Canamits. It's all my fault because I loosened the clutch. It is. It is. Now we have to turn the clutch all the way back.
I did turn it all the way back. I didn't understand why it was skidding. I just didn't expect that.
Now you know your tool better.
Yeah, guys.
Hedor is a jar. Perhaps. I don't think you are supposed to ship cannabis through the mail either. In some states, that would be considered criminal. Many years ago, I think I can tell this story. Many years ago, let's see, it would have been more than statute of limitations. I was out of high school in 1997. We'll say 1997. It's probably 1999. A friend of mine used my address of my apartment. He asked me if he could. He told me, don't be home for the delivery. FedEx is dropping off.
Oh, jeez.
And it was a box about yo big by yo big by yo big of marijuana.
That shipped?
Came FedEx. They said when you overnight with FedEx, they do not inspect it. They will not notice that it's contraband. So it came overnight. They dropped it off. And I saw him open the package, and it was a compressed lump. Like the weed wasn't even any good. It was like, pull it apart, and the stems were all like. He said that they had compressed it in like a car crusher. Can you imagine? They filled a car crusher with weed and smooshed it down into a brick and then sawed bricks off of it to put into a box and then FedEx them from California. He said it came from California. Now that was 25 years ago or whatever.
Don't believe any of this shit. Believe it and not expect.
Oh, it was stupid. In hindsight, it was stupid. I could have been in very big trouble.
Send it to your own address.
Because it was friggin-lutely felony, I think, at that point. So, yeah, don't do that. Do not get roped into doing something like that. I didn't make any money off of it. I don't know why I didn't get. I should have gotten paid. Anyways.
Kim,
but I saw it happen.
I need your help.
Yes.
Well, I'm sweating and my hands are gooped up and I'm having trouble starting this, and I know you. You'll just start it.
You want me to try and give it a start? All right, I'm going to change screens so you can kind of see what's going on. And I'll see if I can get it to start. Yeah, take a break. Trade me up.
Okay, there's some sharp edges sticking out here because the thing unwound a little bit. But can you start that tab?
Yeah, let's trade me up.
I'm soaking wet.
Relax with the chat. Well, you're working hard. Good job.
Well, I don't want to walk off and leave the job to you, but I kind of want some help getting that started.
Thank you for getting us so far. That's awesome.
Every time I start it, doesn't start. Oh, where's all the paper towels? There's more.
Paper towels. Gee.
There's a roll over there. It's underneath. You know what happens? Everything just gets piled on top of everything else, and I see a roll that's underneath some stuff. Got it. See? Actually do have it. Saying see, and there's no camera. Okay. Where am I? Not there. I'm still not on camera. I'm pointing this way. Have a trouble. Is that right? Maybe. Oh, let's see. Where am I? Tom Anderson. Have a good evening. Kevin Smith. Oh, Kevin's leaving. Okay. Gonna be back later. Okay. Oh yeah, start me up. I mean, something walked across my face. Uh, Pure bills and piss bottle. Dan, there's something flying around here. Rope. That's it, officer. It was just rope. Yeah, I saw there were ads before or during World War II. They were trying to get people to grow hemp to make rope. After the war, they wanted to get rid of all those ads and to make sure nobody ever saw that again, that the government was encouraging that. Danny Boyd, I like that frozen swordfish from Kroger's private selection brand. Oh, I'll have to make a mental note of that.
Come on.
You having trouble starting that? Yeah, I'm having terrible time starting that. Tim says mushrooms, onions, zucchini, all the best, all beside the salmon smoke. Western stuff. Hippie Long says, Kim, back out a little and clean the threads. Oh, we haven't even got threads started yet. In fact, what I did was I drilled it to 5/16, and then I went, I think, a 64th bigger than that right at the beginning so I could get it started, and it's not doing it.
Not doing it very good, really.
Josh Holman says, I remember when hemp was used to make vacuum cleaner bags. Dougster, Western Star is good. Not a Pete. Pete Top Dog. Don't know what that means.
Come on.
Won't start, huh? I'll go in there and go shave it another drill size right at the beginning.
Yeah, you're getting really close to the other threads, though. Like I could see them.
What a fun job. Told Kim, next time I buy a car that's got an exhaust leak, don't fix it. She was really trying to help me. She didn't know this was going to happen. Let's just put the head back on the car and we'll clean up these threads after it's on the car.
Yeah.
Dean, Tim, have you thought of designing a car after a heavy meal of mushrooms? Confusing it with Virgil Exner. I'm gonna oh, another suggestion that just occurred to me. I did on a busted heater outlet. Die grinder gently until you see dots. Then again, 1/8 inch away, tip of the threads. Knock out a piece with a center punch. Oh, I'm already to the point where it's drilled out for the tap. So there's probably some crud in there, but I don't want to drill any further. I would drill another 64th though. Did it start, Kim? She doesn't know.
I just can't get the bite. Thread. I got nothing.
Okay, I'm gonna take it another 64th or
I
something.
mean, if that doesn't work, I should just take the old. Just open I could take these out. It's going to take me a couple minutes, but I could take them out.
What, check them out?
I could pick it out. Yeah. I think it would work. You're centered it well enough this time, and we don't have a problem with the. Can we give it a tight?
No. Just. Fighting on something down there.
That's probably okay. I mean,
Let me get the rest of it, because it's biting on something down there. Just get whatever it is, get it out of there. See that shit coming out right there?
yeah.
That's why you can't get it started. Right. Oh.
Careful, tighten up.
Yeah, now I'm gonna spin around. Okay, a bunch of shit came out.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is, you might be able to pick that out of there with
Yeah, I can hit it.
pliers or something.
Oh,
Well, grab that piece and see if it'll unwind out of there. Yeah, that's not helping you any.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe that'll start.
Yeah, give it a try.
I feel anxious. Tim says, must have missed it. Did Kim get that stud out? No. I drilled with an 1/8 inch and then stepped up with reverse wound drill bits and got to the point where I figured out it wasn't going to come out. Then I drilled it for the size to start a 3/8 16 tap, which is a 5/16, and it wouldn't work, so I went a 64th bigger. And there's some little slivers in there that it's still stuck in there. What are we gonna do? One of these holes a night? 6 nights to get them out.
By the time we're done, we'll know exactly what to do.
Yeah, the last one we'll have it figured out.
We will have it.
We'll never have to do it again.
Who says?
So Dean, will one of those cross flow heads bolt onto this engine, or is it something completely different?
I read that the 250 head will fit on here, but the combustion chambers are bigger and it just
It doesn't run.
destroys compression, so there's no good reason to do it.
Well, I know down under they have a head that's got it's a cross flow head, I guess, that's got a removable intake manifold. We didn't get that here. What's it say here? Dean says no more than 5+ a day.
Come on.
What is it? The slivers are still slivers in there.
No, it's just not biting.
And we wore that tap out last night. Last night we worked that tap harder than it was ever meant to be worked.
Drill it out one size bigger.
Mm. God, I don't want to go buying helicoils. I don't know what's behind there. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going to drill into something else. You know, Danny Boyd says broken tap. What is less trouble than a broken easy out? Oh, that tap won't even bite. The tap won't even bite. We can't even get it started. There's some piece of bolt or something stuck in there. I can't believe I drilled it that far with reverse drill bits and that bolt. Those pieces are still stuck in there. Dean says it's an easy fit up. One 515 millimeter plate, 15 millimeter plate, 31 millimeter wide, epoxied on. What? And a cross flow cam. Oh yeah, the cam would be different. And a few cover ups. 2 holes in your dough is bread. Sounds like a lot of work. Tom Anderson says it might be time for a new tap. Yeah, well, it's Saturday night. Saturday night at 10:50 in the evening, and the tap store isn't going to be open. Is there a tap store? At least it's a 3/8/16 and not a some weird shit. Probably go buy a box full of them. It's the same thing as last night, picking the slivers out of the threads. Kim? She's so concentrating on what she's doing, she doesn't even hear me.
Picking like last time.
Dean's converting SA to SAE for me, and I'm like, there ain't no taps to be had anywhere. You know, I got some old taps around here that are random sizes. There might be a 3/8/16 in that pile. Because this is a genuine Chinese cheap tap and die set. I was working for somebody, and we needed to tap something out. And a cheap company I worked for wouldn't buy a tap and die set. They wouldn't even buy the one tap I needed to do the job. So I went to Harbor Freight on my lunch break, and I bought a cheapest tap and die set, which is this one. And I got the job done, and then I got my ass chewed out for using my own tools in the shop. What a bunch of crap. Yeah, Uber taps. Can we call Uber taps? Do they deliver taps?
Yes.
Or taps are us? Mean Street Mopar is here. What's up? Well, we're having fun trying to get old threads
We're
out
not
of it.
having.
We're just struggling with the whole thing here.
What's your favorite swear word to use when things are going like this?
I quit.
Do you have a reverse drill bit that's
No.
about the size of the hole that we've got here?
Yeah, the reverse ones are like pretty even numbers. They're like, you know, quarter, 5/16, 3/8. Don't want to do 3/8. I already did the 5/16, and I did the correct direction drill bit 64th bigger than the 5/16. But I really don't want to hog it out much more, you know, because then we're not going to have anything left for threads.
One more.
You got one more?
No, you gotta go one more.
Oh, one more size?
Yep.
The strangest forum, the girls monster post, 620 pages, the best Mercury Z7 crossflow head. What is this? The US 250 Maverick engine. All right, Kim. I hope you don't ruin this head. I'm getting to the point where I'm worried about it. I'm coming by.
To get through and I'll buy them.
Yeah. Okay, you tighten this. I can't loosen it. Sorry. I don't know how you do that.
I've got the grip of an ox.
You got the grip, and I don't.
They got the gription. I lost my glasses. It's up from somewhere and I can't see.
Lost your glasses.
Yeah, I need
Good
help.
job.
I need help. There they are. They're pink, so they kind of disappear.
Some idiot. What? Orange letters, numbers on an orange box. I can't see where the shit already.
I'll go see. We're looking for more taps. Huh?
Yeah, there's a box of some old taps over there.
See. Taps.
Why? Well, you know what happened? Somebody used this drill bit, boogered up the end on it, then rammed it in here anyway. So now it won't come out. You know, when you booger up the end of the shank end of a drill bit by spinning it, you gotta fix it before you ram it to the index.
I don't see anything like what you're saying.
Huh?
I don't see anything that looks like the thing you're saying.
I know, nobody's on camera, but I'm here. I'm coming back. Here, maybe you can tighten this for me, because I know it's going to slide. Thank you. Need some oil.
Papa got detention in school for stating a fact.
You got what?
That's called authoritarianism. They don't
Got
care
to-
about the fact. They care about what they want to hear.
Detention at school for stating a fact. Yeah, you got to get the facts so they're politically correct.
Main Street Mopar. How'd y'all get the broken bolts out? We have not. We're struggling a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
40 broke loose. And you tighten it again. Because I got it as tight as I can get it. It's spinning.
Wow. Yeah, we are. This is like the struggle.
Oh, it's fighting on something.
That's
Did you change my...
not
No.
intentionally.
No, you didn't. That's the max.
Keep hitting it.
That's the max, what do you call it? Clutch.
Who wants a life supply of flubber? What is a life supply of flubber? How much flubber is in a lifetime?
I hate this clutch. I don't want a clutch.
Well, just
Why
click
is
it
it
one
clutching?
more. Click it more, and it will. There you go. Jeez. Struggle bus.
I'd rather I spin around than a clutch.
They're not raised lettering. It's printed in the same color as the plastic for some reason. I don't know. Yeah, the F word is it's useful in many situations. It can be used as an adjective, an adverb, a noun, a verb. One flubber a week for a year, that seems more than sufficient. They'd start to pile up after a while. No, the battery's not dead. It's grabbing.
No, it's spinning me around. It's so good. No, it's little pieces of bolt stuck in a piece of cast iron. So when I get to a little piece of bolt, it jams.
Wrist Breaker 2000. I had to do Walt Whole Hog, and that is an Arm Breaker 2000. Arm Breaker 2500.
Yeah, there's pieces in
Clutches suck on drivers. You know the only thing that sucks worse than a clutch? One that doesn't have a clutch. He's got a right angle one. It does not have a clutch, and it will break a drill bit.
Spin you around.
It'll spin you around. It'll break your hand. It'll twist you. It'll jar your wrist something terrible, and it will break a drill bit like that. Especially something small. Sounds like you need a road trip to Ed's machine. Mean Street Mopar, we welded nuts and broke them off again. I have one. It's cooled off now.
Can we get one more hole like this? I'm dragging that small black Chevy out and I'm putting it in this car.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Yeah, we welded it to it and then just twisted it
and
up.
This is in the way. This I keep knocking this over.
All right. He's getting mad.
I'm tired of it.
It's not going. They're in there, so damn rusted in there. 47 years. They have become one.
Okay, I got it out.
All right. Trade me places. Let me see what I can do. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if I got the whole thing out. I'd get drilled all the way down, you know.
Well, that's what's...
Some slivers came out, but I don't know how good. Where's that tap? Oh. Get some fresh oil. What a pain in the ass. Yeah, my DeWalt corded drill. You know what I don't like about corded drills? When you let off on the trigger, they don't stop. They spin another 2 or 3 turns. Man, that'll get you. That's something I really like about the drills with, battery drills. You let the trigger off, they stop right now. Did it start, Kim?
Yeah, I got it now. Put threads in it now.
Kim's putting threads in it. Hippie Long says, Buff is getting mad. In turn, he's pushing on the drill too hard.
Maybe.
You know, I'm pretty good at getting the speed, normally getting the speed on a drill right, so I got real nice curly Q, chips coming out. I watch people like spinning a drill too fast or something, drives me nuts. But I kind of know the pressure and what I want. The problem with this is I drilled it out to the point where there's little slivers of thread still stuck in from the bolt stuck in the hole, and they're harder than the cast iron. So when I'm going in, it catches on the little shreds of thread. An LS powered Zed Sled. There's a bunch of those around. People have done that. Is it easier than last night?
You asking me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Nobody else is doing that.
It's threading.
I know it's threading. Is it easier than last night?
It's a thread?
Yeah.
Oh, easier for me.
Let's see. Davos says, not looking forward to my next big drilling jobs. 34 holes in concrete to mount 17 post bases. Yeah. It almost sounds like pouring a new slab.
Well, that's right. You know what? No, having the right tool makes it not too tough. If you have a good hammer drill, it'll just go straight up. It'll be fine.
How deep did that go?
All the way to the bottom.
Okay, so now we're going to do a test. straight out. That'll hold an exhaust manifold.
Yeah, well.
So you got 1, 2, 3 more.
I'm gonna be sad when we're done.
Oh no, I got 4, 1, 2, no, I got 3 more. Clean that. Really. That's one we did last night. I've already threaded this in that one. I know it works quite well. These are ones that the bolts came out of properly, so I'm not expecting to have
Did
problems.
we rethread that at the right size?
Yeah.
I thought we threaded it at a smaller size.
Drilled it at smaller size. Threaded at the same size. Okay. This is, can you take that tap and these ones the bolts did come out of, just chase the threads with it.
Sure, go sit down and enjoy the chat.
I don't want to sit down. I want to get this done. Okay, well, wait a minute. Here, let me help you with that. You can do several of them. Because there are a lot of them that are potentially good. Like that one, this one, this one. Chased that one last night. This one has not been chased. Did you chase that one already?
I don't think I did.
Okay, so I got some oil on all of them that need to be chased. And then we have 3 more to drill out. Pain in the ass. Those are really stuck. Man, those are stuck.
Oh yeah, they make it look easy on TV.
You know, I've had to take rusted bolts out before, and you mess with them for a while, and then all of a sudden they loosen up, you know. These are not loosening up at all. These are just horrible.
They're tighter than what? Tell us. Tighter than what?
Patrick Sullivan says, "Oh hell, 3 more, yeah." I thought there were 4 more, and I just counted. And there's 3, which means there were 5. Okay, so we had the one last night that was really bad. We had this one that was probably not as bad as last night's, and then then 3 more. Dean, if you hire a drill coring machine, you can get an 18 millimeter tungsten carbide bit, not have to use the hammer action. Then chem set the holes and leave your space. Jeez.
That makes it easier. Sure does.
So how many have you chased? Is that the second one?
It's the third.
So they're chasing nicely, right?
They're easy, yeah.
Yeah, because the bolts came out. There's just some rusty shit in there. Makes it so I can't screw that.
Yeah, they're real gritty.
Yeah, they're real gritty, right? Oh, man. So, okay, I want to know what everybody thinks. They had bolts in them. I'm going to this is my plan, put studs, carbon steel studs, and then stainless nuts, because stainless nuts won't gall on a carbon steel stud. Stainless nuts with lock washers, stainless lock washers. What's anybody think?
That'll last.
Tim got an ad to join TSA. Really? They're looking for people. TSA's looking for people. Dean Stevenson, nothing beats a chaser after a full feed. Chaser. Like a beer chaser? I had a friend that I knew. He and I hung out together when we were teenagers, you know, and saw him recently, like in the last year and a half, something like that. And you still drink beer? He goes, yeah, I just don't pour whiskey in it anymore. Dean Stevens, well, they let foreigners in. Damn. Patrick Sullivan says brass nuts. Dean Stevens says sure, buff, erp. So maybe they don't like stainless. I'm just saying because I've had a lot of problems with stainless on stainless because you go to take it apart and it galls, and then you got even a worse problem. But I found that stainless on carbon steel never galls. I've never had a galling problem with that. So I bought them. I don't know. Oh, it says one of those things where those fire too many times. Okay, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Let's see here. Heavy coat of anti-seize. Yep. Everything's going to get anti-seized.
It's fine. Just don't not move it for 47 years.
Yeah. Well, 47 years from now, when I take it apart,
it'll probably be gold again.
So let's see. Well, then the studs will be there, and the nuts will come off. It won't matter if they're frozen in there. The guy couldn't even spell Dodge correctly. Well, 47 years from now, how old will I be?
Oh, a little older than you are now.
Talos says, Loctite the studs and never seize the nuts. How's Loctite going to hold at all with that kind of heat? It's right by the exhaust. I think most of that Loctite fails at about 300 degrees Fahrenheit, something like that. But I'm not sure. I know that's how you get red Loctite undone. Is putting you can do it with a propane torch either. Get red Loctite to loosen up. Tim says, I've only flown once in the past 10 years. I don't know how the TSC treats people nowadays. You know, the whole thing is just like any government person. It depends on the person you get. Some government people are reasonable. It's like going to the DMV. You get one person, it just flows and works, and you walk out of there and you got your stuff. You get somebody else, and they do everything they can to stand in your way. And I don't know, it's just the way it is.
Well, they're nice here.
John Off-Grid Garage. Hi there from Northwest Georgia. Hey, Northwest Georgia, you're not too far from us. We're in Middle Tennessee. Good to see you here. Welcome. Kim's going after with a Dremel. What are you going after with a Dremel?
This one I have enough stud. I'm just going to put a screwdriver slot in it. We'll see if we can heat it up and make it come out.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
If it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'll heat the shit out of it with it. We can get at it with it out of the car. This is one-eyed cat. I will never fly. I don't fly anymore. A beer chaser. Tom Anderson, O'Reilly Auto Parts commercial. 2 points for you.
Okay.
Oh, it says I haven't flown in years by now. Most of the TSA kids were all right. Often damn unaware about film sensitivities and darn x-rays. Yeah, I don't know. When I go through those things, it's just like, okay, I got to put up with this crap and take my shoes off and do the whole shit and then come out and try to collect my stuff up. And get my shoes back on, and by the time I'm in there and I got my shoes on, I feel so good that I'm done with it. But I just don't like I don't like flying anymore. You know, when during the pandemic, there was much flying, and they let a lot of they retired a lot of pilots early and a lot of air traffic people early, and that's really where the problem started. And now they're going like crazy again, and they're hiring people, and they got more flights going. I'm amazed they don't have more crashes and accidents and things. But right now I just don't want to be flying. I flew enough for 30 years that I mean, me flying the airplane flew enough that I'm done with it.
You able to see what I did there?
I can sort of see it from here, but well, for those Dad's root beer packets you put in the bottled water, sugar-free, yes, they are, and that's why I buy them. And they're cheap. Where I buy them from, they're cheap. They're only like $1.25 or something for a pack of them. And it's not a sponsor, but I use them. Patrick Sullivan impact driver, flat slot bit, might be enough. Oh, I didn't think about using the impact driver. Yeah, we got an impact driver too, but I'm gonna heat the shit out of that ear. Oh, and you're gonna put something on there so we have fire.
Are you okay with using the acetylene torch?
Yes, I am. I'm really good with that. Tavo never had big noise. Tavo never had to go through that when flying, but I've only been up in single engine light planes, short distances. Yeah, what kind of airplanes you flying? Because I flew a lot of single engine, twin engine airplanes. I flew a lot of small airplanes. I got out 2,700 hours flying, and mostly in smaller airplanes. Off Garage says I used to fly a lot on dirt bikes. Yeah. Think about when you do that dirt bike. There's an assured landing. Tim says I flew from Denver to Cleveland for a family funeral. Took me 2 days to get out of Denver. Screaming kids on the plane. It was like Walmart. Mean Street says I've never been on a plane. Okay, Tim, let me do that. Woo!
He's heating that up. Can you guys see that one? That's my acetylene tank. It's a B tank of acetylene, and that's called a turbo torch. They sell those for plumbing.
I bet we don't know where my temperature gun is. I can't find it. I've been looking for it.
Your what?
My laser temperature gun.
Oh, no, I
don't need it right here, but I just thought of it because I was looking. I've been looking for it.
I bet it's up at the house.
Well, when I was at the house and I asked that question, you said I better take a shot.
Well, I just say that when you don't know where stuff is. I didn't do anything with it. This one-eyed cat says that's a lot of heat. Yeah, he's going to heat it up all the way.
I'm going to melt the head and we'll start over.
Kim says, years ago I used to fly a lot. It was fun. We got food and drinks.
Who used to fly a lot?
Kim.
Oh. I used to fly every day.
I think he means
sometimes
he used
4
to
or 5 times a day.
Spend a lot of time on airplanes. I don't think he did the flying. A big frickin' laser. Olive says, I don't mind the flying experience, but airports can be an ordeal. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I try when I know I'm gonna fly. I spend a lot of time meditatively being very relaxed.
I'd sure relax a lot more if they let me sit up front. I can see what's going on. Point out mistakes. Okay, Kim, do you have a screwdriver that'll fit this?
I didn't get one yet.
Can you get one? So we're ready?
Sure.
You should have got a Phillips.
Yeah.
You know, that's it is. If you're looking for a Phillips, all you can find is flat blade screwdriver. If you're looking for a flat blade screwdriver, every screwdriver in the door is going to be a Phillips. I just know that from experience.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I suppose I am. I'm
Okay.
getting out a little bit.
Okay. Well, you let it cool off. Okay, let me put more on it. You know that thing in my drawer that says $8 band?
Yeah,
Let's just see if there's a flat blade that'll fit that.
I do. This is the $8 BAM. It's a joke name. It is an impact screwdriver. You hit it with a hammer.
I can't believe this is stuck in here this bad.
Yes.
Man.
Okay, let's keep going to go. Hopefully it
Put it up on flat and whack it to get where it goes.
doesn't matter which way it turns as long as it makes it turn.
Okay.
The wrong side. Give it a little more heat and I'll get to the other side.
There's a lot of heat in that.
Yeah, if that ain't hot enough, I don't know what the hell to do.
I'm amazed that doesn't just turn. The other thing is when it is hot and start beating on it, it might bend that flange over. I'd rather not do that. So maybe we shouldn't be beating on it like that.
That's good.
No turn. You broke that off?
Are you shitting me? I twisted really hard.
Now you got a screwdriver stuck in the
I'll
slot.
get it out of there. Alright, just put that off and let it steam. It's not going to turn.
Screwdriver blade broke off in the slot she made.
Bitch.
I can't believe it.
Well, I can believe it. I don't like it.
Well, I can't believe I got that much heat on it and it's not broken loose.
Nobody can say we didn't try. That's all I have to say.
Let's light this thing up. Why should I let it cool?
Well, what are you going to do?
Keep putting the heat to it.
Well, what's the heat gonna do? We can't. We have no turnage.
At some point we will. Where's the striker? Striker. Whack. No. Striker.
Turn the gas up, give it more. I don't know what's the point of all this heat. You want me to try and
It's
screwdriver?
gotta be expanding.
We'll see.
We'll just give it another minute or two. I'm gonna just keep pouring the heat on it. You have a normal screwdriver that'll fit in there? A screwdriver, I got screwdrivers with ratchet, blade. No, up in the top drawer. You know where the extensions are? No, listen. Top drawer where the extensions are, there's some screwdriver blades that fit into a ratchet, I think. In here somewhere. I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, like that. Maybe put it in a 4-inch socket. Crank on it with you find a 3/8 side and then get a long handle or something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's not what I had in mind, but that'll work, I think. As long as it doesn't break off.
I love how you tell us exactly what probably is going to happen here. What about that? I just twisted the screwdriver hard enough to break them off.
Okay, fine. Real close, it's hot. It
is freaking hot.
not.
Feel like a chili. Burn you. I can't twist hard enough without it trying to walk up out of the thing. I'm worried I'm going to flip this off of the table.
Yeah, the head's
I'm pushing so hard. Not.
I can't believe there's that much heat on that, and that thing's still stuck.
Hold the head.
I am. It's all warm all the way down here.
You gave it the heat, I'll tell you that. Let me get screwdriver that I can stand on. You hold. You're gonna have to hold.
I'm holding the head. I just can't believe that's in there. I've had some stuff shipped before, but usually you put that kind of heat on.
It's gonna want to come off.
Usually a head just, or the, yeah, it's breaking it. Ugh. Did it move? Okay, hang on.
I told you I was trying to come off the thing.
Yeah, but I didn't know you were going to change
I
directions.
changed directions. I'm trying to get it to move at any cost here.
It's not moving, it's just stripping it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Holy shit.
That's what's happening. Well, enjoy the chat for a few minutes. I'll just cut this off.
Enjoy the chat. You ever chat with me so we can forget about this?
I'll cut this off flat, and we'll just
start drilling again.
Yep.
Let it cool off. And... I put a lot of heat on that. John off Grid Garage says, I have LX swapped the exhaust bolts broke off. Tim wants to know, where's your plasma cutter? Oh, that'll make a mess out of that. Changes.
Yeah, that'll make a mess out of it. I'm terrible with that plasma cutter.
That's
We were talking about blowing it out with a.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to try to do that because the guy that did that was really good. He took a cutting torch, just blew straight into the stud, and he would not hurt the threads. I don't know how he did that, but he did pretty good luck with it. Josh Holmes says she's not hitting it hard enough. You know what I'm afraid of? She's going to bend that. That's a tab sticking out of there. I'm afraid it's going to break off or bend. Long. Remember you taught us a socket fits on a screwdriver handle.
Yeah, but you can't hold it down into the slot.
What she did was she cut a slot in it like a screw because there wasn't much there, but there was enough to do that. And then she's trying to cut it or try to turn it with a screwdriver. So we have a screwdriver that fit in that ratchet, and she was really cranking on it. Those started running. Geez, we're 2.5 hours into this, and we got one hole done.
We're the worstest mechanics.
Garage says, yeah, I work for a guy, Joe with a torch. He tried to get me. Yeah, I wouldn't do it because I knew he could do it. But Tim says never use the plasma cutter. You know, I've used some that are really good, and the one that Kim has, I don't know, that thing is just horrible. I don't know, and I don't know why it's so bad.
Probably because it was cheap.
It's cheap. Buddy Carfano says he's glad he's not paying by the hour.
You're paying by the hour, buddy. You are paying by the hour. You specifically.
I was watching a guy today, and I've been looking at some 200 cubic inch 6 videos. There's a guy there, he had a rebuilt engine and everything. He explained how he had to buy a head. He had to buy a used head because these studs were stuck in it, and he couldn't get them out. I had to laugh at that. John, we're working on. I've got a '78 Mercury Z7, which is like a Fairmont kind of body. It's got a 200 cubic inch 6 in it. I just want to drive it. I bought it. It's a no rust car out of Texas. I mean, it's pretty nice. But it's got old car problems, you know, because it's 47 years old. So it had an exhaust leak. So one night, Kim decided to pull the exhaust manifold off for me and put a gasket on it. And what happened was 6 of the bolts broke off, or 5 of them broke off. I mean, she's pretty good with this stuff. So now we've got it up on. We couldn't get it. We couldn't get at any of this stuff in the car, so we pulled the head off. We got it up on the bench, and we've chased the holes that are good. So those are good. And we've got two of the 5 bad. I guess it was 5 bad ones. We've got 2 of the 5 bad ones. The studs out and threaded them, and they're good, but we still have 3 more that are stuck. We're gonna end up drilling. What are you doing? You're gonna center punch it in the center? Make it dead center, man. You got to get it just right. Hippie Long, I enjoy the honesty and process you display. I don't ever want to do this again. John says, I saw somebody with a really small chisel. He packed it out. But I ain't seen it like that anymore. I've had them stuck before when I put torch on it all the way around the hole like that. They usually just come right out. But this is unusual. Are you getting a little dent dead center?
I got that.
Okay, because I'll put a number 30 hole down the center of it, and then I'll just start stepping it up, just like we did on the other ones. Yeah, it's an inline 6. It's a 200 cubic inch inline 6. I don't know. Dean will probably tell you what they are. It's what I call a small Ford V6. Although this style goes up to 250 cubic inches, and the big style Ford 6 is 240 cubic inches and 300 cubic inches. Maybe there's another one. So it's what I call a small 6, or the Falcon 6, or the ones they use in the Mustangs, the early Mustangs. Dean, EMF might have cost you a lot in broken flux core welders. He'd be on, yeah, while one cools, do the other studs, I say. Now that one that we had welded on, it finally snapped off. We let the other one cool off. How is it she got the metal head gasket shims? How is it she ain't got the metal? Oh, I've got the metal head gasket over here. Probably gonna reuse it. Yeah, well, I bought a new head gasket. You know, the ones that are thicker, whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it. Composite head gasket. Kim's how? I'll wait till she's finished hammering. I don't know why you're hammering so much, but.
Have you ever seen somebody catch the edge with a chisel and get it?
Yeah, that's what somebody suggested here. It ain't working. No, I know. It's like it's welded in there. It's like it's a bolt that was really cast in there, and they made it look like a bolt to fake out. So, she's gonna hammer.
not
Okay,
coming
stop
out.
hammering because it's just driving me nuts.
Okay.
So,
Break time.
I got a whole lot of stuff I want to respond to you, and I can't because all the hammering.
Okay, sorry for that.
Okay, so where should I start? Oh yeah, I bought one of those head gaskets, like a composite head gasket. I got it from Rock Auto, but those idiots folded it in half and put it in a smaller box. I can't even believe somebody would fold a head gasket in half and ship it to me. So I complained to them. They refunded my money and they said they don't have that part number anymore. The truth is they do have that part number, but they bumped the price up almost double. So they gave me my money back, 2 days later, and they want me to spend twice as much. Well, and the really bad thing is I got a slant 6, and when I bought a head gasket for that, same idiots folded it in half. I can't believe a company folds head gaskets in half. So anyway,
Not thinking real good.
last time they replaced it, the one they sent me was in a bigger box, not folded in half. So anyway, so that's what's going on there. Dean's kind of talked me into using the original gasket. Dean says it's a metal shim 22,000s. I measured it, Dean, and mine is right at 20,000s. So what's going on there? John says they're better on gas. I just want a daily driver, and this is going to be my daily driver for a while. I'll engine swap it later. I need a car, and some guy pit maneuvered me, not the cops, but pit maneuvered me off the road. Just some asshole totaled my car. So I ended up getting this one. And I've had it since November. I've been able to drive it like 3 days just because of all the little bullshit that happens. So I'm just want to drive my car. And there's drag race to go to. A lot of people in here know about it. No Name Nationals. That's in September. I want to take this. Kim's going to take her 66 Dart with a slant. There's a couple other people taking slant 6, Ford 6 cars. And we're going to race each other. You know, we're all going to have fun. When the fast cars aren't racing, we're going to be racing our 6-cylinders this year. And we'll have a good time with that. Blue Grit says, how many head gaskets did they send you? Well, the slant 6, they replaced it for free. This one, they refunded the money and told me they didn't have that part number anymore. But when I go look in their catalog online, yes, they do have this part number, same exact part number, but it's almost double the price. So what they did was they want me to pay double the price for the replacement. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. Stray Bullets here. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, maybe I'll do it.
Buddy Carfana, you had the C7 7 months. Yeah, I got it in November, and it's June, and I drove it as a daily driver. 3 or 4 days before the window broke.
I'm gonna make this perfect.
You're gonna make more noise. Okay. Just don't grind into the surface. Okay. No. Gray Bullets, because I bought a Mustang and got rear-ended twice before I drove it 100 miles. You know, the last few years I've been rear-ended 6 times. I am really sick of it. You know? People drive real close and high beam headlights on and poking at their phones, and you're hammering again. Why are you hammering?
The center.
It doesn't look like it's. Oh, I see. It's off center, so you're poking it a little the other way.
What size do we start with?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Let's start with a number 30, a split point, number 30, so it goes straight. But you tighten the shit out of this so I can't loosen it.
Yeah. And I changed the clutch, so you'll have to fix it before you try and use it. Did that focus? That's pretty focused. Good night, Patrick Sullivan. Oh, Miss One-Eyed Cat. Good night. Patrick Sullivan's not leaving. As long as the OptiSpark is okay, the Chevy will heal itself.
Well, see, right now I'm kind of joking around because I got a small block Chevy sitting over there with a turbo 350, and I think I could put it right in here. And I've done Chevy into Ford swaps before, and it could piss a lot of people off.
I'm trying to convince them to do it, but
So I probably would like to go race this thing at least 1 year as a 6-cylinder. I want to drive my car. God, I haven't had a car for so long. Now let's get it off, whatever the heck that is. Kim, I see what's going on. It's not so.
Don ordered 3 AC compressors for his Firebird,
What's this?
and it shows up coming in an empty box. We've had stuff fall out of boxes before.
I've had heavy stuff in a box with a hole punched in it and nothing in the box. The time that happened, it was Amazon, and they took my word for it and they sent me a new part. That was pretty good.
Totaled a car in the parking lot. That is pretty rough. Amazon sent you one for free for your trouble. There you go. Not so bad.
I am really having trouble with this. Oh!
The struggle bus has come to town. The struggle bus is coming to town. DNR Racing says broken exhaust manifold bolts are the worst. They sure are. This is
Kim,
miserable.
there are sharp edges all over this thing. I try to wipe it off and it just tears the shit out of my hand. And
You want me to grind it back down flat?
yeah, just make this flat because it's got big old nasty burrs all over it. I mean, really nasty. Cut me open with that thing.
Go towards me. You're drilling on the wrong one. It's that one. Don't even mess with that. I gotta fix that now.
What do you mean you gotta?
Drill that one.
All 3 of them gotta be drilled out.
Yeah, but that one wasn't ready at all. That's why you're having so much trouble. I didn't see what you were doing. You said, let me do it, and then I walked.
Okay, well, I'm gonna continue on this.
Uh,
Let me get it.
Let
All
me
I want to do is throw this head out and leave. Well, it's almost center.
Yeah, you're pretty close.
Okay,
Which one are you working
I gotta go where you are.
on?
Where's your engine place?
Out on the yard. Your engine?
It'd take me 10 minutes to get this engine out of there and lower that Chevy in.
Oh. I think it'll take me more than 10 minutes. He doesn't use a lot of foul words. He gets angry though. He does a lot of huff and puffing.
Are they watching this?
Another woman trying to be a man. Fantastic.
Are they watching this?
Yeah, they can see
Okay,
that.
so they can see the nice big curly juice coming out of there. That means I have the drill speed and the pressure right. I know they give me shit about that.
Rando, I'm just me. My name is Kim. My channel is Kim Fixes Things.
And Kim does know how to fix things, and she is, oh man, years and years me working out at a test site doing flight testing and stuff and for the military. And I wish she'd been out there because we would have worked. We would have had so much more done. There are guys out there she would have circled around.
Auto sensor is on, maybe, huh? Hippie Long says maybe the mic is muting all the swear words. Dean Stevenson says, I'm a person of peace. Buff hasn't been center punched yet. Center punch.
What's that? What's going on?
They said we know I'm not really mad because I haven't center punched you yet.
Why should she be mad at me?
This is working out.
Well, it's just days of work to get a few stuffed bolts out. Really crazy shit. I don't know stuff.
Dean Stevenson says it's a Spinal Tap.
What's that?
The mics with the filters cost extra.
I do not understand. I don't know what happened. I'm just, my comprehension was 0.
The mini bike was fun. Oh, I was going to put up a clip of the flywheel coming off, but
Okay, Kim. I
it
know
wasn't done processing.
you got better grip than me. Can you tighten the shit out of that? Because this is a reverse drill bit, so it tends to loosen itself.
It's tighter than tight. I'll have a
Okay.
hard time getting it back off.
It tends to loosen itself as I drill.
Freddie Clarifano is absolutely right. If it were easy, everyone would do it. Everybody would have a classic car. They'd be driving around. But a lot of people give up. That's why you see so many bring a trailer cars. Ran when parked, but it was parked because it needed work that nobody wanted to do or knew how to do. Broke off bolts. This is the kind of thing that will put a project in its great, right? Or you take it all apart, you can't fix one little thing, and then it just sits, and then you give up. Parts get lost. People pass away. Basket case.
Kim, I want you to look at this for a second.
It's looking pretty good.
I did, but I need to loosen this. But that's a reverse drill bit. Did that one all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm getting it.
I think you just keep on drilling.
You know what's going to happen? We're going to get down to that point where it's we're down to the threads,
Yeah.
and then we're going to have trouble again.
I think we'll do what we did last time, is drill and drill and drill until we get out to the size where we can run the tap down.
Start picking.
Well, last time we ran the tap down it worked really good.
Only took 3.5 hours.
Well, now we know the process.
Okay, so I'm sure there's people here that were not here earlier. These are drill bits are reverse wound.
You're not on the camera.
Okay, but they can hear me because I'm doing other stuff. I'm walking around a little. So these drill bits are reverse wound. So they drill backwards. And the idea is if it does catch and if the stud that's stuck in there is loose enough, it'll screw it out instead of tightening it. That's what they're for. But these, that just isn't happening, but I'm doing it, I'm trying it anyway.
I know, look at those twisties. He knows his stuff. And then he's dead center on this one. Oh, it's slipping in the...
Yeah.
Chuck it harder.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I don't have a grip. She does. My grip went away a few years ago.
You know what? I lost this hand for a little while. I had spinal damage in this hand. I couldn't hardly move it. It hurt so bad. And they did spinal surgery, and now I have this hand again. This is my dominant hand, though.
Okay, can you take it out?
No.
So now we're down to that big all the way through.
Got it. See, but now we got the teamwork going, right? We got the dual cams going. We're running the same. I mean, shop streams are a little bit boring. That's why we don't pretend like they're not going to be. What do you expect from us? We put on a show on Tuesday night. That's what we can do.
Tuesday nights we're not working in a shop. We're just having fun, goofing around.
Tavo says, I'm just wondering, using reverse drill bits, when you get it thin enough, it might pull the threads up. That's the hope.
Oh, it's the
But
whole
these threads
idea.
are just not coming. The holes are rusty from top to bottom, 47 years. The threads are too rusty. They're too tight. They're too rusty. We've soaked them overnight. We've hammered them. We've heated them. They don't want to come out. The only way we're doing is drilling them all the way through. Easy out's not going to do it. I can tell you, they're too tight. We tried with the screwdriver, broke the tip off, a hardened tip off a screwdriver. Right off, immediately. It's like, well, shoot.
And I heated it with a acetylene torch for what, 10 minutes?
And I mean, I can twist it probably 100, 120 foot-pounds of twist. It didn't do it. You're not going to get that out of an easy out. You're going to snap the easy out at 150 foot-pounds. Oh, give me the strength to hold my head up. Well, I don't know that song, Dean. Got me.
Oh, wow. That's a 5/16 drill, reverse. Big piece came out backwards, you know.
Oh, let me see. Oh, that's
Well, it was
nude worthy. Let me see on the bit.
Well, I wiped the bit off, but well,
But
maybe
it's on
it is there. It is on there.
Oh ho! Here, hold it right down here where they can see.
Can you see that piece of thread that came out with the reverse drill bit? Can they see that?
Yeah. Yeah, you got some thread out.
Yes.
Woohoo! It's coming now.
That's what the reverse drill bit's supposed to do.
All right, it's working. It's a working.
Well,
Working.
but it's only about 2 threads deep. Yeah, it's working. That's the first one that has worked.
Oh, he's been using cotton oil. He's got a little squirty bottle. Yeah, look how oily it is.
Stop cutting. Why did it stop
I don't know.
Don't they see me? Don't
They
they
can
see me
see.
putting the cutting oil on it?
I don't know. You know, people throw out comments.
No, it's not cutting. It's stopped. Okay. Can you take this bit out of here, please? It's like every time I drill, I put cutting oil in it. I know what to do. I'm going to go the other direction for a minute and see if I can get a bite, and then I go back to
Josh
this.
Hellman said, call the newspapers, an easy out worked. No, it's a reverse threaded drill bit. Bruce says he learned something. He's never heard of reverse drill bits because he was electrical, not a machinist. And what do you got a set for like $20 off of Amazon?
Yeah, they're like 25 or something. There's the box right there.
That's what we got.
It's not the first time I've had reverse drill bits, like
See, they're
my
left-hand
whole
bits.
life, you know.
Were they 20, 27 bucks?
That's something like that. Yeah, about.
So they weren't cheap, but they were affordable. I mean, how much is it going to cost to replace a whole head? If you save a thread,
Oh,
and
what
it's-
happens when you get a new head? It's going to have studs stuck in it.
well, if you try and get a used one, you're going to have to get a new one.
Good luck buying a new head from 19.
You can get one, but you're going to be spending a bunch of money. This head doesn't need remanufactured. Like
This
the
head
valves and everything.
It
are
runs
good.
straight. The only problem with here, Kim, the only problem with this head was it had an exhaust leak. So Kim was going to pull the exhaust manifold and put a exhaust manifold gasket on it. That's what started this whole debacle. Was exhaust manifold gasket replacement.
Smash and grab a Ram Raider since birth, hippie long. Josh has canceled the story about the easy out. I mean, run it. Fake news, I guess. Dean Stevenson likes the Velvet Underground.
Okay, can you
That
undo
sounds
this again?
nice. Yes. Did you go straight down through it with that?
With this?
Yeah.
No, I got to cut a little bit. Now I'm going to go back to the reverse one. I don't know why the reverse one wouldn't work. It just stopped working, but it looked okay. So I don't know what the deal is.
Hippie Longset is telling Bruce first time he used reverse bits was on electrical, removing head panel screws, like pan head screws.
So he's been there too.
Sometimes it'll pull them out.
Figure.
Other times you just, you gotta try. Right? You gotta try.
Trying all the
One time in 5 it works, and then it's worth the money.
problem with easy outs is most times I've been stupid enough to use one and had it grip. Eventually it breaks off. Then I've got an extremely hard piece of steel stuck down inside a stuck bolt. And then my life really turns to shit.
Yeah, it's bad. So those drill bits are like a left-handed screwdriver? Exactly! Left-handed smoke shifter.
Oh, this is not good. It's like a
The last hole that we did on this head, just
everything quit cutting. Can you get this out? I'm gonna go down a size or something. It just everything quit.
it's not
cutting.
going.
Everything stopped cutting. I don't know why. Something hard in there or something. I don't know what happened.
Sometimes they'll come out. I don't know. We've tried everything. This is an exceptionally difficult. I'm really glad we have it on the bench. We would not have gotten any of these out in the car. We would have just bunged it all up in the car. Can you imagine in the car how bad we would have bunged this up? Even hammer.
Can you tighten this, please?
Yes.
It's spinning.
Got it.
My grip is no good anymore.
We did not check spring value or valve seals. We might check the valve seals, but I don't know. I think we've invested so much time.
Here.
Outer and
This thing ran so well. At this point, I wish I hadn't messed with it. Probably would have gone another 100,000 miles.
yeah, he's mad at me.
Well, she decided to help me by replacing the gasket.
Stop helping.
And the bolts got stuck. I mean, she didn't have any way of knowing.
He's been yelling at me for 2 days about it.
She didn't have any way of knowing that was going to happen.
I absolutely knew it would probably maybe give me some trouble. I thought we can handle it. We'll just extract the bolts. Right? We'll just extract them. That's what in my head, it seemed perfectly reasonable. We'll just extract them. If they're problems, they'll come out. They'll come out. Well, this one's not done yet.
Can you get this bolt or this thing tight?
Tight. Okay. It's tight now.
This is the one we welded the nut on and tried to get it off.
Is it? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, if you guys weren't here earlier, I welded a nut. We had one that was sticking out a little bit. I welded a nut on it, and the nut did not come off. It just broke the stud again. Man. Oh, it looks like it's cutting at least. What size is that?
Oh. Something just happened. Not sure what. Something happened.
Do you want me to get a close look in the hole?
Yeah. Can you undo this and take a close look in the hole? Tell me.
Retired.
Can you undo this, please?
Yes. Bruce says it seemed like a good idea at the time. Yeah. Famous.
You know how many times I've said that?
Famous last words. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I thought it would be fine. It'll be fine.
It feels like it went out the bottom, but it also feels like something happened, like something grabbed or something.
Like it moved.
That's kind of what it felt like.
Let me see if I can get it to spin out of there.
Let me try this a little bit more because I'm going up one step at a time.
Okay.
Way down there. Okay, can you tighten this, please?
Yeah, is this a reverse one?
I don't know if I can. Yeah, it's a reverse one. But the light's like way in my head.
Sorry,
Force is on the floor. I tried to set it so it wouldn't go on the floor.
It's a
Went on the floor.
What's wrong?
Well, I was setting it down and you pulled a cord right under the. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either. He's got the reverse. It could pull threads on this one. When you weld, it gets harder. 10 times harder to drill than the steel. Yeah. Yeah, I know. But you feel like you have to try it, right? But then you doom yourself. Tim, is that a commercial that you're getting 2 points for? Harbor Freight Portable Generators? Let me know if that's a commercial. Well, you don't have to let me know. Just.
Okay, Kim. Need this loosened. I don't know how you do that. I have lost all the strength in my left hand. All of it.
Let me see if I can. I got chips. Let me see if I can get this with the tap.
Okay.
How close are you in size to what we did last time?
I'm at the size that the tap is supposed to work, but last time we went like
We had to go bigger.
we were on a 64 figure. Yeah.
Okay, that might still be the case, but let's give it a try. Because I've got the top threads here. If it doesn't work, Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not talking. Thinking about what I'm doing. Trying to read this orange writing on the orange case that I can't read. Why? Why? Was it going? Didn't start?
Sorta.
Okay, here, can you tighten this? I'm gonna do what we did last time. It worked.
Yep. I agree. Keep going. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I know we're a little bit all over the place. I never weld nuts on anyone, Kim, unless the broken bolt is at least ½ inch in diameter.
Well, see, everybody was
Ooh,
telling
that's
us.
a big.
Everybody in here is telling us, weld a nut on it, weld a nut on it, weld a nut on it. We welded a nut on it, snapped it off. I guess it's worth a try.
Thanks, John. We're making progress. It's just very slow going. It's hard. It's difficult. We're throwing all the tricks at it.
Okay, Cam.
Yeah.
Spin.
What's spinning?
This thing's spinning in the truck.
That's how I managed to keep a work truck, for 34 years, 600,000 miles, Kippy, by fixing things before they got completely out of hand and frustrating me into buying a new truck. Lube Kim Lube. Oh, he's been throwing oil on it over and over and over.
A bunch of big chips just came out.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's lube. There's oil.
I know.
Been putting cutting oil on it like there's no tomorrow. Okay. Kim, that's as big as I want to cut that.
Hippie Long, your car is looking great. He said he went from a slipping clutch to complete grease. That does sound like fun.
Here, let me get some of this.
Take my, you know it's serious. I'm taking my glasses.
Okay. And you stole my chair. That's what it is.
I need the rolly chair.
You need the rolly chair. Okay. She's got my chair. Where's the, here it is. The stuff I wash my hands with. I got the cutting oil from all over.
Is this as big as we used last time to get it out?
That is the same size. That's the same drill.
Okay.
Yeah, we're at that point. What time is it? We've been here for 3 hours and 13 minutes working it. We've got, what, 2 done? No, we got 1 done, and we got a second one nearly there. Possession is 9/10 of the seed. Man, that's a pretty good shot on the camera there, Kim.
Is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I can see what you're doing. I mean, it's right there, pretty much in focus.
Picking up what I'm putting down.
A lot of people got sick of this and left.
Well, YouTube has its method for counting too. There'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. I don't know. It looks a little crooked to me.
If he wants, I find the whole process very educational. Don't ever get into this position. Oh, man. Dean Stevens says 28.5 people still here. I know that's not what my count says.
0.5?
Well, Dean always has these like percentages of people.
You have a percent.
BNR says if you grind the tap, Kim, on the tap nose to 45-degree point, the sharp point, it cuts through the harder steel. The problem is there's still little pieces of the bolt thread stuck in there, and that's what messes things up, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to chase the old bolt threads out.
Well, if this video is going to help people, persistence pays off, yeah. Yeah, if I didn't have this chat going, I'd just be mad, ready to just throw that head somewhere out in the weeds. Drive over it with something. You guys are here, so I'm talking about it. I don't really want to fail. Dean Stevenson says, oh, look at that. This is what.
Just hanging up the threads.
This is what is messing up the tap. I don't know if you can see that. I'm trying to hold it so you can see it. See that thing in my fingers? That is a piece of thread from the bolt. And I believe the bolt's probably harder than the casting, so it's really stuck in there. Dean is our rain man. It's a stray bullet. Tavo, I'm still here. And so is my imaginary friend, so that's 29.5. You have a half of a imaginary friend. What happened? Oh. Kim's getting little pieces out. Where is it? See, there's another piece of a bolt. That's a thread off a bolt. She got an ice pick or some kind of a bent pick down in there, or a straight pick or something. I don't see what the pick is she's using, but she's picking it out. Oh, more. Youch, that's a sharp little guy. Well, you're getting them, Kim.
I mean, you drill them mostly. I'm just fixing them out right now.
Yeah, and you can't run the tap in there when there's pieces like that in there.
They're
hard as nails. Yeah.
They just bind the tap.
They bind the tap up. Yep.
Don't want to go.
Buddy Carfano, people should watch this the next time they say how much to change a gasket. Yeah. Yeah, this is where you work a place where you're working on a flat rate. You go by the book time, you don't make any money. Customer gets pissed off, your boss gets pissed off, you're pissed off, don't make any money. I just sat down where there's no camera. Let's see. I gotta move this. This is this broken chair of Kim's. Sitting in a broken chair.
Somebody gave us who gave us a donation last night to fix that chair? Replace that chair.
I don't know. We got something. We got another chair out of the dump. That looks better than this one. Where are those? I picked two up out of the dump like a week ago. They're on the porch or something.
Yeah, but I think they're like low chairs.
Oh, they're low chairs. Oh, we'll have to weld
beach chairs.
We'll weld some stilts. Excuse me. We'll weld some stilts on them. I got to turn on the Studebaker just to put me in a little better mood. There, Studebaker flashing. There.
That's success flashing.
What, you got two more after this?
Yes.
I can't believe that one that's out there on an ear, that's like kind of out there by itself. And I heated that ear with an acetylene torch for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or something. And it doesn't budge.
Through.
It doesn't move. You're through.
Yep. Can you see it going?
I see it going.
It's going.
Kim says she's all the way through. Okay, so when you take that out of there,
yep,
we'll spray a little different kind of oil in there, and we'll try the piece all thread in it. Vietnam Racing on diesel trucks, all the exhaust manifolds are high-end exotic stainless steel called Monel. Yeah, I know what Monel is. They never fail snap off. Too costly for automakers. Oh yeah, this is an engine that was designed in the late 50s. I mean, and it was an economy engine, so they just throw them together. Whatever it takes to get it out the door and have it running. They're not gonna put anti-seize on anything. It's a production engine. It's amazing to me they last as long as they do. But then when something like this happens, it's real frustrating, you know. Patrick Sullivan, broken boats are always clock time, not book. Remembering the two bolt shock uppers on GM 70s and 80s. I don't. I was out of the alignment shop by then. You know, one reason I love big diesels, no expense spared, no junk bolts or bolt parts or anything. Okay, I'm going to spray some lighter oil down in there. We've already buried this stuff. Okay. Are you still picking? Oh, I thought the tap went all the way down there. What are you picking out?
Okay.
So sticky. Well, that's plenty far enough that we can Loctite that in there. I don't know. Who knows what? I can't unscrew it. You're stronger than me. That's all there is to it. I don't have any grip. My right hand isn't too bad. My left hand's horrible. Yeah, that's plenty of threads to hold that. Okay, so now we have this one.
Yep.
And this one that we heated the holy shit out of it, and it's still stuck. Can't believe that's stuck after being that hot.
Yep.
How can anything be that stuck after having a 7 torch on for 15 minutes?
I don't know.
That's impossible. You know what we're going to do with this when we're done? We're going to put it in a trailer or something, go down there to the wash rack. Because we got chips and everything. So we're going to blast the shit out of this with this fresh wash. Did you look at these spark plugs, see what they look like? Look at the insulator on. Look at how those look. Those are some kind of special plugs. I don't know. I hear sirens out there. Okay, Kim, we have a decision to make. We've been on this thing for 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
You want to continue with this tomorrow? I'm getting tired.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, that seems reasonable. You guys have been with us. We appreciate you along on this journey. I thought we'd be done with this, but
What is that? Oh, that's the back of the monitor.
It's harder than it looks sometimes. Honesty. That's what this is tonight. Honesty.
Let's swap chairs. I don't like this chair. This is like a bucket. How do you sit in this?
I don't like it either.
This is a piece of shit. Patrick Sullivan. Good night, Bluegirt. Oh, Bluegirt's taking off. Catch y'all later.
Good night, Anna.
See you, Anna. And I can't remember his name.
I usually do, but I'm struggling tonight.
John Off Grid. Walter.
Everybody is still
His name is
here.
Walter.
Gets 4 points because we probably missed some advertisements, and because there's a lot of people who don't get advertisements because they had YouTube Premium. So those 4 points are for each and every one of you. We appreciate all of your comments and your encouragement and support, your suggestions. Whether we took them or not, we
Can you
try
move?
to listen.
No, like over where you belong.
Where I
Because
belong.
I can't reach any of the controls or anything, and we're completely messed up here.
Here, trading seats.
I need to get to the things I need to get to.
John says he likes the old inline sixes. We've got slant sixes and we've got this Ford 206. They're good engines. They're good engines. They have their moments.
Look at this. You're sitting on this.
Oh, there's more. Buddy says we're going live tomorrow for the last 2 bolts. I don't know. Do you want to go live tomorrow for the last 2 bolts?
Impromptu live. We'll decide tomorrow. Yeah, this is crazy. I mean, this is like what a crazy live, you know. Just drilling bolts out, and they're pretty stubborn bolts. You know, I put heat on stuff before and been able to pull them out, but this is ridiculous.
An LS swap would have been quicker, maybe.
That's what I said a few minutes ago. Where's your hoist? Let me pull the rest of that engine out of there, put the Chevy in. It'll take less time. No, she didn't want me to do that. Sit on it. They got all these pieces of bolts. Is that gonna reach there? I can't reach that camera. Let's see if we can do this. Just show. See these right here? Those are threads that she picked out with the picker. Man, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, nitpicker.
You would think those
That's
would have.
tough.
You would think those would have come out.
We survived.
Well, it was a success. No, we got 3 of them fixed. 1 last night, 2 of them today. We got 2 more to go. So, man, yeah, and tomorrow's Father's Day. Yeah, happy Father's Day. No, it's today. It's already today. And down under, I'm sure it's today. So
It'll probably take another week to finish this. It'll
No.
take as long as it takes.
takes as long. Yeah,
That's how you overwhelm yourself. When you set a deadline for a project that's completely, we don't know, it'll take as long as it takes. Oh, happy Father's Day to all the fathers.
Yes, is it Father's Day down under too? Do you celebrate the same day there? I don't ever know what happens in other countries. So New Zealand and Australia, it's Father's Day. Father's Day there too?
Hippie Lung says the video is amazing and clear. I guess our camera is
Well, you know what?
cooperating.
This camera is an inexpensive camera.
It is.
And we decided it worked so well, we bought a second one because we use the same kind of camera in our lives down in the studio. So we put it up here. The only thing that's bad about it, once in a while it starts to get warm and you got to blow air through some holes. Kim drilled holes in it. Got to modify it. So we blow air in there and then it's okay again, but that happens.
It only takes 5 minutes to turn into 5 days. It's the truest truth.
You believe it's got 34 people in here right now? They put up with this crap.
Well, they all came in to say goodbye.
And they came back, yeah.
They were like, something's happening.
There's Dean Stevens, Kimbergini. Tahoe says it's today. It's no longer yesterday.
Ponderous. It stays
My son's wife one time, it was a holiday weekend, and she goes, "Oh, this week Monday is Tuesday," and my son shakes his head and he goes, "No, Monday is never Tuesday." I thought that was just so funny. At 34.5, where do we get another 0.5? What are you doing?
My shirt's
adjusting your.
I'm
adjusting
adjusting my titties.
All right.
They gotta look good on screen.
No flat rate. Take your time. John off the garage is back.
We are results oriented, right? What really counts is not how much time it takes, is that we get it done. But I didn't mean to wear you out so much.
You know what'll happen someday?
What's that?
I'll be driving down the road with this thing, just cruising along for hours, and I'll forget all about this.
Yeah.
I remember, oh yeah, we had to work on it real hard one time, but I won't be thinking about those bolts anymore.
I'm glad.
But then I might be. I don't know.
The camera shot on the head was a clear picture. I don't know what that means.
You had the camera on the head.
Oh, on the yeah.
Not on your head.
That's camera
on the
too.
head, on the engine head.
That's a big. Move your head a little bit.
Oh yeah, it's a really nice, expensive camera. That thing is.
It's not super expensive. It's like a $300 Sony up there.
It's a $300 Sony.
$400 Sony.
Yeah, something.
It's too much Sony, but as long as you don't move it around too much, Like if you try and move it around and the wires get funny, it'll glitch out, and then you have to reset the stupid thing.
The other thing about that Sony is you got to get the focus exactly right, because like this far over, it's out of focus. It's what you're focused on, and so you got to
Yeah.
piss around a little bit.
I've noticed if I put my hand and then click the focus button, like it gives it a big flat surface and it picks it, because otherwise it just kind of, it has a thing and it'll tell you what it picks on, so you know if it did it right or not. But it looks for faces.
Dean says, do you realize the T5 BorgWarner 5-speed has 1352 stamped on it? Do you know why? I do not. And I bet you're the guy that knows all the specs, all the trivia, all the stuff. It's amazing. I don't know. I can't remember somebody's name. I met him 5 minutes ago.
B&R Racing says he interviewed at a couple of jobs recently that wanted to pay flat rate, and he told them to stick it. I know, yeah, flat rate. They always underbid flat rate.
You know what I used to do in my radiator shop? I paid flat rate on like heater core jobs and stuff like that, but I gave the person minimum wage plus the flat rate, and it was a pretty good rate. And then on the radiators on the rack, I paid per job. And if they were good, they were good. But the reason I wanted to do that is to prevent comebacks, and because the comeback's on them, you know. And so I don't know, it worked out. They were happy. The way I did it was the minimum wage plus. So if things slowed down, at least they got something, you know. And they slow day, they take off early, you know. That was okay.
Tim
But,
asks Kim.
The employees were pretty happy with what I was paying them. So anyway, go ahead.
That's okay. Tim asked if I got the mini bike started. I did. At the very, like it was long, and then it started, and then it was crazy and hectic, and then we wrapped up the stream because it was super late. And I want to clip that ending part of the stream where it's exciting, and I couldn't get it to go last night because it was still trying to process the video, and I should have done it today, but I'm lazy. So I will do it tonight before I go to bed, and I will put it up so you guys can see. If you were not able to stay up that late, you can see that when we got the mini bike started at the end of last stream.
Oh, I don't have a short.
And we have to make a short.
I have to do a short tonight.
We got to do a short.
What am I going to do a short on in a hurry?
We could do a short on the tap and die. We could do a short on the reverse drill bits.
I did
we do one on the
reverse
reverse
drill bits already.
Okay. We could.
I'm looking around at stuff that's around here.
The man who knew too little. I think knowing too little is probably better than knowing too much.
Okay, I know what to do, but we're going to do it while everybody's still here.
What's that?
I'm going to spin around. You're going to get behind me over there.
Okay.
And this is a short introducing the live stream and how people should participate in the live stream.
Okay, I will turn off these lights because it's going to screw up the camera. This will be better for.
Okay, so go there. Okay, you can go there. That'll work. Let me sit up so I don't look like a fat man. Because when I sit back and my belly starts sticking out, I look kind of like I want to be a little bit fat, not huge fat. Because I used to be huge fat, and it was a lot of work to get rid of that. Okay, do you want to go there? Okay.
Go.
Buff Del Campo here. We are we worked hard tonight on an engine head, drilling out stuck bolts, but we did it while there's a live stream on. So it's pretty interesting live stream with people kind of helping us. So here's what we see. We see us on the live stream. We see people over here on the monitor. They're over here, and that's where we see all the chat going on.
Point out the camera.
And there's a camera right there. I don't know if they can see that camera, but anyway, we have a good time here. So everyone, stop in our see our lives. We do Tuesday night, and we do some other nights in the shop. So thanks for being here, everybody. Did I go overtime?
No, it was only like 40 seconds.
How was it?
I think I was good, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to watch the short to see how it looks. We worked hard tonight on an engine head, drilling out stuck bolts, but we did it while there's a live stream on. So it's pretty interesting live stream with people kind of helping us. So here's what we see. We see people on the, we see us on the live
Two
stream.
to go.
We see people over here on the monitor. They're over here, and that's where we see all the chat going on. It's pretty. And, oh yeah, there's a camera right there. I don't think you see that camera, but anyway, we have a good time here. So everyone, stop in our see our lives. We do Tuesday night, and we do some other nights in the shop. So thanks for being here, everybody.
Giving away all our trade secrets.
Okay, so that is a short for tonight, and everybody just got to see it and hear it. You got to participate. Oh yeah, there's the welded on bolt.
Welding a nut on, a washer, the whole thing. It's not 100% fix.
Dean says shorts, man. Who watches those? Dean, I watch your shorts. What do you put them up for? And
a lot of people.
I get more views on shorts than anything else. So sometimes I put one up and it's just a dud, and then sometimes I put one up and I get 30,000 views or something, like quickly. It's like, what is this? I don't even know what I did. I don't know why that happens. We did one. I did one the other night. It was, I don't know. It was up for like hours and hours. I had like 6 views. It's like, what?
I don't understand the YouTube system.
What was that one? It was something that I thought was.
Was it the Fratzog one?
It was the Fratzog. This thing.
Maybe that's a illegal word.
This Fratzog, and I kind of told the history of the Fratzog. I'll do it here right now.
Dean's here to make sure you have enough dummies. Thanks, Dean.
The Fratzog.
We appreciate you. We have to meet our quota. There's me. There's who can I call a dummy? And they will absolutely agree. There's a couple of us dummies.
Okay, so the Fratzog, which is this thing that they started using in Dodges in 1962, and they used it for a long time and quit using it. Now they're using it again on the electric charger. But anyway, that thing, the story always was some engineer designed it, and that was it. Well, the engineer's name was Donald Wright, and he came up with it, and he called it the Fratzog, and he said he really didn't like the logo when it became a 3D emblem. He liked it. He thought it looked good on letterhead. But so anyway, his grandson had written this in a for A-Bodies Only forum, and so the man has since passed away. But that's the story. Donald Wright came up with that. Pretty interesting.
That's the Fratzog dog dish hubcaps from a 66.
Dean Stevenson, there's no one else like me because I'm a half. Tom Anderson, I'm not sure if I'm qualified to be a dummy. I've been told multiple times throughout my life. I'm a degenerate hillbilly.
The best kind of hillbilly.
I grew up in Central California. Then I went in the military, and they sent me everywhere. And eventually I ended up here in Tennessee. And the reason I ended up in Tennessee is because my son got stationed in at Fort Campbell, and which is right outside Clarksville, Tennessee. And I was living up in Ohio, and I was so sick to death of the cold white north. I said, I'm moving to where my son is. So I came down here, and I'm kind of glad I did. And then I had a job that sent me all over the place. So once again, I've lived everywhere. But now I'm a hillbilly, and I kind of like it.
This was work.
This is work, yeah.
Something silly, like just extract.
Tavo says, this is how I became a half, and he's got a boomerang. And I see, a boomerang and a half of a kiwi.
A boomerang kiwi is how I became half. I see.
Dean Stevenson.
Just extract the bolts. Just extract them.
That's what everybody says. Just extract them.
Just extract them.
Just weld a nut on and zip them out.
Just weld.
But we tried.
Weld a nut on and then
tried
them right out.
We tried all of them. Fratzog looks like a spacer you put in 45. Oh, I saw that. Was that you that wrote that in the comments? I saw that. Yeah, the one on the 45 records has got a little twist to it, but it does kind of look like that, doesn't it? Yeah.
Thank you guys for being friends.
Does anybody besides me and Buddy Carfano know what a 45 record is? I bet you don't.
I know what records are.
Yeah, but you're like 22 years younger than me. Do you know what a 45 is?
There's 33 and a 45.
Do you know what he's talking about, the center of a 45? A 45's got a giant hole in the middle instead of a little tiny hole. So it was a little adapter you put in there so it would work on the spindle.
Oh yeah.
But there was also a big old adapter that you slide on there so a 45 would
Drop.
was supposed to work like that. But when you wanted to play it on any other record player, you had to have those little frets on like things.
The Aboriginals didn't need wheels because they had boomerangs. That's right. It came right back to them.
How about oddly, the fratsog was used on the hubcaps on the top of the line Valiant down here, 71 to 73. I think it was used here up through 75, I think, on sometime in the 70s.
Oh, that's right, Tim. They had 78s.
Tavo says our 45s had the standard hole.
I remember records that had like perforations so you could punch it out to the bigger hole.
Hey,
It had the small hole, but you could push it out, but we never did because then that would mess it up.
which direction do the records turn in Australia? Are they like the toilets where they go backwards? Oh, man. Yeah, 78s. My father gave me a bunch of 78s when I was a kid, and I had them. When I was out in Arizona, I couldn't give them away to anybody. I just had so much stuff to move here. I gave them away, and as soon as I gave them away, my son was telling me how he and his son, my grandson, play all this big band music from World War II, and it's like, you got to be kidding me. I just gave those records away, and he looked at me and goes, you gave them away? Yep, big stack of 78s. Gave them away to some kind of secondhand store.
Well, I remember the Hot Wheel track joiners. They were tapered like this. They were like shims. Yeah.
Okay, we need to wrap it up here.
Yeah, it's been 4 hours or something.
So,
you guys are great.
So I know what'll happen. Dean and a couple
We
others will
would stay
on
forever, but you guys would get sick of us if we stream too often. You really would. But we appreciate you. And we made some progress. And we have a plan, a system, a proven system. The drilling has worked twice now.
But there's a new twist.
What?
Because where we need to make a center punch for the drill, you cut a slot.
Well, I should be able to.
We should be able to figure that somehow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's end this. Everybody have fun. Good night. Take care. We'll see you maybe tomorrow night. If not, we'll be here Tuesday for sure.
Don't stay around playing in the chat too long.
I'll leave it on for a couple minutes.
Yeah, you always cut me off when I'm talking. That's what you're supposed to do.